picture themselves as Roderick Evans drops a shoulder. Oh, he's danced through the midfield. Oh, that is brilliant. Does Brad Dempsey ground it? Brad Dempsey does ground it.
It goes to the middle. Nicely taken by Charles Rylands. Here's the number 8. Through on goal, and it's Matt Marley who puts the ball down.
They need to spread the ball out. Roderick Evans into Sullivan. And it's over. Cardiff Met are celebrating.
Good evening and welcome back to round 7 of BUCS Super Rugby here on Cardiff Met Sports TV. After a week off, we're back at Kincoy campus where Cardiff Met play host to Bath tonight. I'm here with Archer Ethan McVie, but we'll talk to you in a second. First, let's go to Atticus Peed with the sports news from Cardiff Met.
Hello and welcome to Cardiff Met Sport TV News. I'm Atticus Peed and here's the latest from Planet Archer. We'll go to rugby first, and Cardiff Met's Caitlin Lewis was part of the Wales team who beat South Africa 29-19 at the Arms Park on Saturday. Lewis is actually a student on our sport broadcast course herself, and she was a standout performer in a match which also saw a crucial try scored by former Archer scrum half Fionn Lewis. Fionn is a double code international. She became the first woman to score for Wales Rugby, League and Union in the same season. A great day all around for Cardiff Met women's rugby.
And Lillycrop picks, gives, and it's a walk-in for Fionn Lewis. And Wales have started with a bang.
On the other side of things, the Cardiff Met men's rugby team remain unbeaten at home in the BUCS Super Rugby League this season. They'll welcome varsity rivals Bath to Kincoy campus this Wednesday after their home wins against Hartpury, Leeds Beckett and Loughborough so far. I actually caught up with skipper Charles Rylands on Cardiff Met Sport TV after their last victory, and he puts their amazing home form down to the support they get from the home fans.
Yeah, obviously the fans are always massive for us when we play here. The noise they make is incredible. The numbers they bring. Last week, 150 of them coming to Exeter. They're making a huge difference, and this is the closest team I've ever played in. Everyone's good mates with each other, and you can see that when we defend. We all want to defend together, we all want to attack together, and it means everything to us when we play for this badge because we know how much history it has behind it. So.
The match this Wednesday kicks off at 6:30 p.m. and if you can't make it down to Kincoy campus to join the Ultras, then you can watch it all live on Cardiff Met Sport TV from the comfort of your home. And don't forget, we're also live for the basketball game from the WBBL against the Essex Rebels at Archers Arena this Saturday at 3:15 p.m. We'll go to football now, and Cardiff Met FC lost 2-1 to Pennebont in the JD Cymru Leagues on Saturday. An early volley from Craig Davis had given the Archers an early lead in the first half, but they weren't able to hold out and slipped down to 10th in the table as a result. For the women's side, the Cardiff Met Women's FC did manage to win this past weekend. They secured another 3 points with a comfortable 4-0 win over Aberystwyth Town Ladies. Goals from O'Leary, Long and Priest keep them third in the table. Now don't forget, you can watch our exclusive interview with Archer Brandon Roberts, another moment where I caught up with him. He's a product of the academy system here at Cardiff Met and the man who scored goals both in the BUCS and Cymru Premier League over 4 days in October. He spoke to me last week, and that's on our Cardiff Met Sport TV YouTube channel. Now most of you know we do have an international partnership with the SportsLink course at Ball State University in Indiana. They've just released their latest masterpiece, a brilliant promotion for the men's basketball team. Here's a sneak peek of that. In other news, a Cardiff Met student and Cardiff Devils forward Sam Duggan scored his first goal of the Elite Ice Hockey League this season. The performance analysis student helped his team to a 5-0 win over league leaders and local rivals Sheffield Steelers.
Steelers will get onto it, and then it's just out of the reach of Jonathan Phillips. And countering back the other way is Brendan McNally. Centres it across and the Devils score. It's Duggan attacking hard.
Now finally, 2 former Cardiff Met athletes are now pushing to make history in 2022. On the track, in the field, and on the ice, Mika Moore and Adele Nicole want to become the first Welsh women to compete in the Winter Olympics and the Commonwealth Games in the same calendar year. Adele Nicole, a Welsh champion shot putter, has headed off to Europe for the winter season and hopes to claim a spot in the Team GB bobsleigh team for the Games. Mika Moore, who's already a bobsleigh Olympian and who's already competed in the Commonwealth Games back in 2014, is looking to become a double Olympian herself. Mika, who graduated from the sport broadcast course in 2020, is ready for another challenge.
So yeah, I think that I've got lots of goals that I would like to achieve, but the main thing for me is I'm 28 years old now, so I am trying to enjoy every part of my sporting achievements that I have, or the opportunities that I have left. I'd love to continue in athletics, I would love to achieve some things in bobsleigh, and who knows whether there are some other sports mixed into that as well. Even I don't know this. So yeah, my 2022, I'm looking for more smiles, more achievements, and hopefully more goals ticked off my list. I hope you're all well and having a lovely time back home, and speak to you soon.
Good luck, Mika. We'll see you on the ice. Now that's all from us here at Cardiff Met Sport TV. Have a great afternoon here at Kincoid campus.
Thanks, Atticus. Ethan, big game tonight. Cardiff Met remains unbeaten at home. They'll be looking to extend that streak tonight. So why are they so invincible when they're against a home crowd?
I think, as Cardiff Met is quite a small university, the buzz from the rugby kind of gets around. Everyone goes on a Wednesday night lights, loves the atmosphere, and it's just, I think our university has such a great culture. Everyone's there to support the boys, and it's a sight to see, to be honest.
You talk about the support. Charles Ryan has also been talking about the team unity that there is. You can particularly see that when you're in defence. Your defence has been so strong. Has that been something how hard has that been to develop, particularly the last 2 years when it's been hard to train together, to even meet together?
Yeah, COVID has definitely had its challenges, but one of the things we did was just sending in pictures into a group chat, our accountability of our S&C, our skills, our nutrition, and I think that as soon as we got into the actual rugby environment again, so the pre-season, the actual season, we've just been ready to come out firing.
You're talking about S&C there as well. Fitness has been really impressive over the last few games. A lot of the Cardiff Met games have gone down to the wire and they've come out on top. Has that been a particular focus in training this season?
Fitness has always been a big priority. I think personally, as well as the club, it's something you can control, and you may not be the most skilled on the pitch, but if you're the fittest, people won't be able to hold up with you. While saying that, I do back us to be able to throw it around tonight, so it should be a really good show out.
No other teams have had a week off from BUCS, so for 2 weeks since they've been playing. So do you foresee both sides being a little rusty as they start their game today?
Yeah, like I said, we've still been doing our S&C, still have had our trainings. It could go either way. To be honest, I think this week off will really benefit us. Kind of get cool heads, get our mental space right, and then, like I've said previously, come out firing tonight and have a really good show out.
So you'll be coming out firing. Well, for sure the crowd will be coming out firing every time. They've been really loud, really passionate. Are you expecting another big crowd tonight?
Always. Wednesday night lights, rather have a shower than a bath. Plenty of Cardiff Met supporters out there. I think Bath Uni are bringing down a few, so it should be a really good competitive match of footy.
So are Bath big rivals for you then?
I'd say they've always been a good rival, whether it's Bath away or Bath home. They're a varsity match, but when we play them in season, it's always been a competitive fixture, and I don't know exactly why it's such a rivalry, but it's always something I look forward to.
Brilliant. Well, 2 weeks ago now, the Archers played against Leeds Beckett on our campus and sealed victory in an exciting game. Let's watch the highlights.
It's a good start for Cardiff Met. I think they can peg them back here.
Oh, Cope's block kick charged down. He's managed to catch it. Good hands there. Difficult catch. Slippery ball in this cold weather. Here come Cardiff Met now. The ball's in Jack Sylvester's hands. And it's sent over to this near side. There it is. Charles Rylands, you know exactly what he's going to do. Did it last week and it paid off. Can't quite make it there. Within a yard now and the ball's over. Is it down? Yes, it is. We'll have 1 minute on the clock. As she's sent up. And they like that one. There it is then, arguably one of the most difficult kicks he's had to face tonight. Sent straight between the uprights. As he strikes his infamous pose to take his side within 1 point of the visitors' leads. It's going to be tight, but it's nice and tight. It's the right side of the post. The infamous pose. from the number 10. Up she goes, and it's good. The drummer's wrapped up nicely, and so is that kick. As we have less than 10 minutes remaining, this is an important kick, as they all are. It's up nicely, wraps around the post, and it's the right side. His kicking game has improved immensely in the second half. Through that Leeds defensive line to put Met. Oh, it's offloaded nicely. It's over to the far side. Here is Roma saying once more. Bradley Roderick Evans, a slightly less pressurised kick. He'll want to get it through. The crowd seem to like it. And it is good.
Great, well that was Leeds Beckett. Well, it's Bath tonight. Bath currently sits 6th on the table while Cardiff Met are 4th. Where do you see that Bath are really strong in, and where will Cardiff Met be trying to exploit?
Bath have always been a really good attacking team, but this season I don't think they've faced a team that can bring the defensive pace that we can, so such things like line speed. So I think that putting them under pressure will have to give them opportunities to make decisions under pressure, and I think that's a major thing we can exploit.
Who are the people from the Cardiff Met team then who'll be really instrumental in our own game tonight?
Yeah, Brad Rods, he's had a class couple of weeks. He'll be off the boot, he's been sound, so he'll have a big game, big showing. Bingo Ivanisevic in the centres. In the front row, we got Joe Cowell. Morgan Nelson's back, which is really good to see. Yeah, just a good group of boys, to be honest.
Well, we want to talk a little bit about your own recovery. You've been back on the pitch today against USW. How did that go? Yeah,
it's good. It's slowly getting back into it. The knee feels good. And then hopefully be back playing BUCS Super Rugby before you know it.
Great. So any chance we might see you at the Cardiff Clash?
We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, I think we'll be just fine. But yeah, should be a good couple of weeks.
What are your predictions for tonight's game then?
Definitely think Cardiff Met are going to come on top, but it'll be a good challenge. I think the defensive nature of Cardiff Met is really going to be shown tonight.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Well, it's not long now till kick-off, so we're going to head down to the pitch where our commentators, Rob Burke and Griff McGee, will be commentating for this one. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Joe. Good evening and welcome to Rugby 1 here at Kincoid campus, where the Archers have been in sensational form this season. 3 wins and a draw at home see the Met side unbeaten at their fortress. They will certainly be hoping to extend that run tonight against the visitors Bath. A last-minute try for Exeter denied Bath of a huge upset last game. They will hope to bounce back this week, making a splash in the Welsh capital. It's Cardiff Met against Bath in BUCS Super Rugby, and it's live on Cardiff Met Sports TV. Stay with us because this one is going to be an absolute corker. Joining me tonight to follow all the action, a little bit of a switcheroony this week with the roles, making his appearance for the first time as co-coms. It's Rob Burke. How are you, Rob?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm in the comfy seats tonight. Really looking forward to this one. Bit of a difference this week. We've had a couple of days off, nearly 9 days now, so hopefully things will heat up. Like, it's a derby day. Varsity, obviously, preview. Really excited, mate.
Cardiff Met, obviously, we've said they've had 9 days off, plenty of time to rest and get ready for this one. Do you think their practice and their training have been different this week?
Yeah, I was having a little chat with the coaches earlier, and with the extended time they've had off, they've switched things up a little bit, but by no means have they had time to recover and rest. It's not a rest period. It's just more of a time to kind of hone in on those skills. I know the S&C coach is really focused on his schedule and get the boys fit for the game.
And now then, a bit of team news. Bath see their captaincy being switched this week with George Cave up from the bench from last week leading the line. Their powerful back row of Cam Keys, Tom Williams and Harry Breeze will be key tonight if they are to take any points from Cardiff Met. Hat-trick hero as well, George Warby. He is at 10 again. He's very versatile and he was the man of the match last week, 2 weeks ago, might I say, on the BUCS live stream. And also at 15 is Mignon slotting in a 15. He's got a good boot as well, so that's going to be crucial tonight. Him and George Warby will be potentially switching around a bit maybe, but we wait to see. Rob, what do you think of that Bath team?
Yeah, the unchanged back line, that's going to be crucial for them. It's nice to get a bit of consistency from a Bath point of view in that back line, and like you said, that 10 is a quality player, and by all accounts will be their main man going forward tonight.
Of course, there's a lot of internationals in this Bath team. Do you think that experience, people like Alex Clayton playing for Scotland under 20s, that experience will come in handy tonight playing at a tough away ground?
Yeah, of course, and like Carl Smith as well, he loves he loves quick passing. They've got a lot of players there that really could shine tonight.
Of course. Bath do look dangerous, and as you said, the unchanged back line will be brilliant for Bath tonight. Then let's look at the home side, Cardiff Met. There's been 4 changes in total this week from the last game against Leeds Beckett, with Morgan Nelson coming back to take over the captaincy from Charles Rylands after impressing on the weekend. Andrews joins Nelson and Cowell in the front row. Barney Langton and Joel Broadhurst will be in the second row. Joel Broadhurst, a bit more versatile player, but he is doing a shift tonight at 4 because he can play in every position along them back 5 of there. And try scorer from last game, Bailey Telfer, he is in at 6. Then looking at the back line, Ali Stacey is in at 9 to continue his impressive partnership with Bradley Roderick-Evans, who starts at fly half again. Certainly we'll be seeing some kicking from distance from Bradley tonight. And then powerhouse Will Rigg is back into 12, pushing Bingo Ivanisevic out into that 13 channel, hoping to create more from there potentially. Denty, Sylvester and Romasheng will be the back line. They are dangerous. They will be certainly getting the ball into hand and using their pace to exploit the Bath defence. What do you think of that team, Rob?
Yeah, looking at the Cardiff Met team, as we said, we were looking forward to the team coming out this week, and for the first time it was quite easy to guess who was going to be named in that sheet. Nice to see a bit of consistency coming into it. One of the changes that I'll be focusing on is that centre partnership. Obviously, a couple of changes last week, and it's safe to say they paid off. But it's nice to see Will Rigg back in the team. He came off the bench last time and he was excellent.
It's nice to see people like Morgan Nelson coming back into the side after an injury. It seems as if more Cardiff Met players are coming back from injury consistently, as we had a chat there with Ethan McVie. Do you think this squad today is potentially one of the strongest we've had this year?
Yeah, definitely. I think the squad's always strong, and I think rotation is one of the things that make Cardiff Met such an infamous team in this league. But if we're talking about the strongest team they've put out to start the game, this is certainly up there with one of the best.
Then looking at certain people like Ali Stacey coming back into the side, there's a lot of pressure in that 9 role. We see Rory Morgan on the bench. Do you think that position is going to be key tonight?
Yeah, as we said, there's quality all over the pitch, and in certain positions they are very flush with talent. As you know, I'm a big fan of Ali Stacey. I think he gets the ball moving really well and gets his team moving forward. Whoever gets picked and whoever starts, whether they come off the bench or not, they're all looking to make their mark on the game, and I think, as I said, any boy who's in the position will do that.
The atmosphere is heating up here now. We see the tunnel of Cardiff Met fans making noise. They've got the drums. They look a bit more formal this week, don't they, Rob? After that fancy dress occasion last time. Which one was your favourite outfit?
The caveman is the bravest man I've seen down here at Rugby 1 for all 6 games, I think. Tough one, but it's nice to see the drummer wrapped up nicely for this one.
To be fair, the Ultras are always out in full force. We've seen many different atmospheres. We've seen the Heartbreak game with all the rain, and last week with the fancy dress. How important are these fans to this team?
Oh, they're vitally important. As we've said, home games, the home form for Cardiff Met is one of the best in the league, and I know that the Bath team coming down now, they perform in front of 800, 900 fans as well, so the fact they're away from home and they won't have this fantastic home support behind them could be the difference today. It is the difference between winning and losing for some of these teams.
Yeah, to be fair, Cardiff Met have had the rub of the green so far with the fixtures. They've had plenty of home fixtures. As the crowd now, they're heating up. Morgan Nelson leading the line, running through the maze of men there. He's charging out, followed by Charles Rylands and the rest of the squad. They look pumped up for this one. Cardiff Met against Bath on Cardiff Met Sports TV. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, it's nice to see the boys coming out early this week. They kept Leeds Beckett waiting a long time in the cold. First team out this time.
Cardiff Met's wall and tunnel, they are holding their ground. They're waiting for Bath. It was interesting last time out, Leeds Beckett decided not to go back in to avoid that the intensity and, you know, the kind of scary atmosphere, you know, intimidating.
Yeah, the intimidation factor walking through that tunnel. Even as a fan, you're just walking through and you can just see all the heads around you, the chanting. It is definitely a factor. Like we say, having the home team, home fans behind you, it does make all the difference.
We've got a camera just outside of that tunnel. She must be in a dangerous position there. I would not like to be in her position. Looking at the table then, this game is going to be a big one for Bath. They are currently sitting in 6th. If they get a bonus point win tonight, they could get within, I believe it's 2 points then of Met. Do you think this is going to be a crucial game looking forward to the end of the season, maybe with playoffs and stuff?
Yeah, I think it's no secret that Bath had a pretty inconsistent start to the season with some quite sizable scorelines, marginally not in favour of Bath many times, but they've tightened it up in the last couple of weeks. They were unlucky to lose last week. It's nice to see they were within touching distance, and the week before then just beating Swansea. Like I say, look, they've tightened up their scorelines. If they can start being on the right side of those results, like you say, they could be up there come the end of the season.
Of course, this week Bath in town, Cardiff Met are out already. It's an interesting tactic potentially from Bath to keep the Met boys waiting. They look as if they've got a ball out, trying to keep warm, trying to stay alert, but Bath still make us wait. Do you think that's a tactic at all from them, or is it just a coincidence?
Well, yeah, as we mentioned, this role's reversed this week. Last week it was much colder, much frostier, and Cardiff Met kept Leeds waiting a long time. To be honest, I think the boys will be happy. It's quite a mild evening. Make no mistake, the pitch is wet and slippery, but it isn't too cold, and I think they'll be happy to get out there, like you say, get their hands on the ball and warm up.
Yeah, we had a bit of a pitch inspection earlier. Not that we're experts on turf and the surface, but it does feel quite soft, quite soggy on the ground. Do you think potentially that might impact players trying to accelerate? You know, the wingers, they need to use their pace, but it's a soft surface.
Yeah, I think Cardiff Met obviously warming up today and having the captains run earlier. They'll be familiar with the conditions because the sun in the sky this morning, it's quite deceiving. You'd think it would be ideal on the surface, but it's far from it. And Leeds obviously having less opportunity to get accustomed with it.
Therefore, well, Rob, I'm going to ask you now, are you going to do a prediction for me this week as co-coms?
I put you in this position and now I feel like I understand why you never answer. I'm not going to put a scoreline on it, but I think this team for Cardiff Met is strong, and I'd like to see a Cardiff Met victory.
Of course, and then the team is really strong this week. But before the game, I was speaking to club captain Ewan Shenton. He's not too far away from coming back. There's other players, Jake Bond, he's almost ready to come back. There's some noise here coming from the tunnel. It looks as if they're trying to intimidate the bad subs.
The subs are up. But yeah, like you say, McVeigh obviously in the studio, he's not far off. As strong as this side is, it's incredible to think that there are still a few, 3 or 4 more players to come back into the side. And
plenty of versatility going into the weekend games as well. Plenty of players from this team have played against Silvera in that convincing win on the weekend. It's nice to see that players can dip in and out of different teams as well, and have that team bonding with everyone. As Bath come out here in their blue and yellow kit.
It's a nice kit, to be fair, from Bath, obviously famous colours, but not too much of a kick clash for our eyes in the commentary box this week.
No, we've got a good view here from behind the post, just outside our broadcasting hut. It's nice and cold here. Rob's got some gloves. Unfortunately, I forgot mine today, but it's going to be an absolutely mouth-watering match, and hopefully it doesn't boil over today.
Don't start with the Bath jokes, mate. We'll be going for a little bit with that.
We'll see how many we can get in, eh?
Nah, I'll put in a ban on that straight away.
So, Roderick Evans has the ball. We are ready to kick off here at Kincoid campus. It's Cardiff Met against Bath in BUCS Super Rugby, and Bradley Roderick Evans gets us on the way.
Yeah, really excited for this one, as we've said. Hopefully the rain holds off, because in the last couple of weeks, like you say, in the last games, the ball was slippery. It was difficult to get under control.
As Bath set up a platform for the scrum half to send it into Cardiff Met half. Jack Sylvester on the ball then, trying to make an inroad. And he's through already. Jack Sylvester. Is it going to be an early try? He's gone all the way. Has he got the pace? He's dived for it, and it looks as if he might be over. Is the linesman giving it out?
Oh, it's wonderful build-up play early on in this first half. Jack Sylvester picking up the ball and making an incredible run, as we see here.
The crowd, can they believe it? There's some brilliant pace there in them blue boots. It's a fantastic tackle, isn't it? I believe that was 6. Cam Keys getting back. We did say that back row will need to be on form tonight to stop Cardiff Met.
Yeah, no try, but the danger there from Jack Sylvester shown very early on, and that's the thing, this Bath defence is going to be tested early. And in terms of confidence, losing that game late on last week, they won't want to go behind this early on.
Jack Sylvester, he's been solid all season at 15. We haven't really seen too much of him going forward, but that is a sign of what he can do. He's done one player, he's gone past him, and then that pace, that acceleration, almost getting in, squeezing in the corner. But that pace again. Obviously, the surface isn't doing too much difference.
Yeah, it's come out. It's come out. It's a bit surprising to see Jack Sylvester making such a run. Obviously, like you say, very consistent performer, but a run like that, not something we see every week from him.
And it's a penalty to Bath. They've got away with that one. Cardiff Met will be slightly disappointed with the way they engage in that line out, as George Warboy is now going to send it to touch.
Yeah, Bath will obviously pick up a little bit of confidence holding out. Cardiff Met, we've seen all season how strong they actually are when they get within the 5 metres. Line up in a dangerous position 2 minutes in, but Bath will take confidence from holding strong.
Of course, and now Bath can try and set up an attack of their own from deep. You know, the platform from the line out is something you see often. Oh, as they lose it here, it's like basketball, and Met have it. It's a ruck. Ali Stacey then getting the ball out, trying to direct the troops. Getting Matt Marley round. Another good carry of the ball, straight into contact. The Cardiff Met players are doing well to protect the ball here. Morgan Nelson, will be interesting how his shoulder holds up tonight because of his injury. Oh, good offload there into Bailey Telfer. As Cardiff Met keep on piling into the Bath players. Roger Evans with a cheeky kick there. Oh my gosh, what a kick that was. So close to Bradley Denty. That would have been some Finn Russell-esque kicking there.
Yeah, he's unfortunate not to get his hands on it. It's a lovely little run, and it's quite an audacious attempt there with a little dink over. It's nice to see Cardiff Met trying something different early on. They're up for this one. That time off has really served them well.
Yeah, it was a cheeky kick there, wasn't it? We haven't seen a lot of, you know, kicking from the boot in open play without a penalty, and that was just Roger Evans seeing the gap, thinking might as well go for it, and it shows that creativity that he has as well.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how they're going about this game, because last week Bath had to make changes to their front row very early on. Things weren't quite working out for them, and before this game we expected Met to target that front row, but it seems they are trying to get it out wide and chip it in behind.
Duncan Hood there with a line out, a much better line out for Bath, as the maul has spun quite rapidly there. Bath keep possession of the ball. It looks as if there's been an early change for Bath, potentially an injury. Number 9, Tom Carsmith, has come off for George Wooten. Oh, it looks as if someone's not happy with one of the Bath players, pinning him down to the ground. Safe hands there again from Brad Denty. He's good under the high ball. Ali Stacey then, out into Bailey Telfer. Cardiff Met ruck over with Cowell. Rylands now trying to offload the ball, can't get it away, and Bath counter ruck. Is that effective? The ref says carry on, but we keep hold of the ball. Ali Stacey nudges it into the air. Pressure here, great take from George Warboys.
Yeah, the high ball 2 weeks ago was something the players struggled with. It's nice to see that early on they can get their hands on it and get it under control.
Some quick hands there from Josh Cillier. From a forward, that was excellent hands. Fair play.
It's interesting to see Bradley Denty and Jack Sylvester get into the game so early on. It is, as we said, something, two consistent players, but not necessarily impactful ones.
Barney Langton almost getting a hand on that there. Brad Denty now, he's found some space. Oh, straight through a couple of players, beating about 2 or 3. Ali Stacey now trying to get the ball quickly out to Roger Evans. It's actually gone to Nelson, now Roger Evans. And there's space here for Will Rigg. He's charging through, back inside, Roderick Evans. Fantastic try. It came from him, a little 1-2 there with Will Rigg. That was a fantastic try and a brilliant piece of work there from the BUCS.
Wonderful try. Will Rigg back in the side, off the bench. He came off last week, made his impact on the game, found himself back in the starting 15 this week, and he's important in that try, let's say the least.
Cardiff Met strike early then. Cardiff Met do enjoy to strike early on this pitch here. I think they've scored a try in the first 15 every game at home, apart from Durham.
Well, look at the crowd, look how many there are today. It's a big, big audience for this one, and they're impressing early on. Will Rigg will be happy with that one, coming back in, starting that partnership again.
There was a powerful run there from Rigg as well, and there was good sharpness there from Roger Evans to come along with that supporting run to get the ball over the line. He puts it over then, conversion, 7 points to 0. Cardiff Met after 6 minutes here at Kincoid campus. Is a great start for Cardiff Met, and the Ultras are in full voice.
Yeah, Roderick Evans then the man with the most points in BUCS this season so far, adding another 7 to his tally. He's going strong really this season, isn't he?
He's obviously a crucial player for this team, and he showed again why he's got that 10 jersey on lock at the moment as the game gets back underway. Ivan Izovic goes straight into contact there. Ali Stacey then out into Langton. We ruck over. Ali Stacey then out to Roderick Evans. He tries to spread the play. Will Rigg with a cheeky kick, but doesn't work. He's lucky there.
Yeah, they're trying to get those kicks in behind. It was a little dinky attempt there that he went for. Doesn't quite come off. A little bit of a scuffle. Things are starting to bubble over with Bath.
Things starting to bubble over. We enjoy that one.
No, we don't. I'm ruling it out. Sorry. Take it back.
It's 1-1 on the puns here tonight, but it's 7-0 to Cardiff Met.
Not sure the TMO is going to give me that one.
Cardiff Met have a penalty here then. Roderick Evans will look to nudge this into Bath's half, taking some crucial territory and relieving some pressure on the side. It's a good kick, to be fair, and it's gone a while. It's gone a distance straight into them brand new dugouts. They look sharp, don't they, the dugouts this week?
Yeah, brand new dugouts. Matching the Bath kit. Which
controversial.
A little bit of a coincidence there. Not sure about the colour, but they are fine. And definitely improvement on the old ones, that's for sure.
I'm sure the players and the coaches will be very thankful for those in the coming weeks, as there's a sloppy throw there from Morgan Nelson. Maybe slow getting back into the rhythm after being out for a couple of weeks. Bath now have the ball in their own half. Good from Cardiff Met, pushing him back. Now the ball is with George Warboys. He sends it in the air. Who's under this? Denty was there, but it was dropped. And now Bath are attacking. Alex Clayton and Raoul Patel are combining well there as the sense of partnership. What a hit.
Big tackle.
Under that was Oliver Andrews, back into the side this week. The ball's going to, good take from Romasheg not to let the ball go out. And he's looking here to attack. He's stopped in his tracks by Bath there in his own 22. Ali Stacey now needs some help from the forwards. It's a varsity game here, and it's quite tasty, to be fair. There's some big hits going in, isn't there?
Yeah, Cardiff Met pinned in their own 22 right now. It's a little bit of a...
Charles Rylands doesn't enjoy that.
Yeah, the ref spots a little bit of a scuffle off the ball involving Charles Rylands. Nothing too malicious, though.
Oh, there's a brilliant offload there from Bath. Oh, another big hit again. Ali Stacey this time.
Great hit from Ali Stacey there.
And Bath are now trying to up the ante, trying to go up the gears here. The pressure is starting to tell. Warboys, again, he's good on the ball, and they've knocked it forward. Cardiff Met scrum, they'll enjoy that one. A chance to see the forwards in action early.
Just as Bath was starting to turn it on, Cardiff Met probably a little bit thankful that they do win that scrum there, because Bath are looking quite fruity there.
Yeah, to be fair, Bath have looked as if they've, warmed up into this game, At the start, they looked, obviously, conceded the try wasn't ideal, but now they look as if they've settled into the game, and they're trying to show some nice rugby, passing the ball well, get the ball out.
Definitely, it's never ideal when you concede a try that early on, but it's how you react from that, and I have to say, Bath have reacted really well.
Scrum here then for Cardiff Met, just inside their own half. This will show what the ref has in offer at the scrum. It's a big one. The first one is always crucial. As Bath, a big shove there from Bath, to be fair.
Look, we talked before the game, it's important for Bath to set that platform up from set pieces if they're going to build and ultimately damage this Cardiff Met defence. They're going to have to be strong in the set piece.
Bath, they look as if they've got plenty of tall players in this scrum. There's some menace in those forwards. They look angry tonight, to be fair, the Bath forwards. They're not messing about. It's a tasty one.
Yeah, definitely. As we said, they've got something to prove. Last game, there was a little bit of an issue in that front row. Changes galore, and to be fair, the changes didn't make too much of a difference. Of course, against a good Exeter side, any front row would be tested. But like I said, they're going to look to switch it up today and improve.
Free kick for Met then. The front row of Cave, Hood and Cilia couldn't quite shove Cardiff Met. Well, as there's a brilliant kick again from Cardiff Met, just outside the 22. If that had gone 5 yards further, it'd have gone for a Cardiff Met throw there. Brilliant kick.
Yeah, it's nice to see Ali Stacey scanning that backfield. As we said in BUCS this season, that 50-22 has completely changed the game, especially at this level. Mistakes are there. They don't necessarily anticipate players having the ability to find that 22.
Line out again here. There's not been many successful line-outs so far this game, so this is going to be an important one just on the edge of Bath 22. As Cardiff Met steal it, Charles Rylands now then. He's been stopped in his tracks and the ball was knocked forward. That's the call of the referee. Interesting one there.
Yeah, Rylands pounced on that one. Nice reactions. Unfortunately, the knock-on does come, but I'm liking how Met are playing today, and in all fairness, Bath aren't too far behind if they switch on a little bit more.
Met seem to be switched on onto every loose ball today, don't they? They're trying their best to retain the ball and then pinch it back as soon as possible. Another scrum here. What can we expect from this one?
Yeah, you say about jumping on the opportunities, becoming a side that do pounce so quickly on those loose balls. It's just intimidating for the opposition. If they know any mistake they make, you're going to pounce, and you're going to pounce hard like they did in that opening 5 minutes. It's not going to do them any good in confidence, that opposition team.
It's a strong shove here from Cardiff Met. What's the ref saying? It's a penalty for Bath. It's a controversial one. The Met boys don't enjoy that one. Charles Rylands is asking the ref, what was that for?
With a little bit of time off, it's easy to forget that it's a varsity game. These players are doing their best to remind us just of the magnitude of this game.
As Bath punt it out onto the near side.
As the Leeds boys have arrived. I'm pretty sure that's the away support coming in now.
It's the Bath fans turning up. This is good. Yeah, it's not Leeds, that was last time.
That's a hell of a trek to come for a neutral game.
Super committed to BUCS, Super Rugby, Leeds fans.
They all love it, but this is the Bath boys and they are coming in numbers.
There's a lot of them here, isn't there? I wish we could show you a video on the pictures here, but I'd say there's about 100 of them here that going towards the Ultras now. Wow, this is a tasty fixture, isn't it?
Yeah, if you have a look in the top left of your screen in moments' time, you'll see them arriving.
There they are. The gang of Bath fans. They've just had a shower after their game and they've put on their best outfit to come and watch Cardiff Met against Bath. As the game continues, Cardiff Met are eagerly going for that turnover.
Now it feels like a varsity game. This is a derby.
And Roma Zheng drops the ball in his own 22. He needs to recover well here. He's almost bounced Alex Clayton off there, but the ball needs to be recycled. And the Bath fans have gone straight for the Ultras. Well, this is interesting. I didn't expect that one turning up today.
Might have to make a late call for some stewards to come in and separate those boys, especially if the rugby carries on the way it has so far, nice and aggressive.
But at the moment, Cardiff Met have the lead. The home fans are happy. The away fans are getting taunted by the supporters here. As Cardiff Met get a penalty, there's some afters. Straight away, people going for each other.
Here it is then, this is what we came for.
Joel Broadhurst not messing about today. Roma Zheng getting involved as well.
As soon as the crowd comes in, the away fans, it's the first time we've seen away fans in this number come to Rugby 1 for a game. Charles Rylands with a sling there.
The Bath players trying to show off in front of their fans now they've arrived.
It's really cooking over now.
Yes. Yeah, Joel Broadhurst, Barney Langton, Charles Rylands, all getting involved. Roma Zheng coming off his wing.
It's going to be important that they keep their heads now because, like you say, the fans are here from both sets of supporters.
It's a great game so far tonight, and Cardiff Met do have a penalty, I believe.
Yeah, like we say, Cardiff Met penalties. We just watch a replay of things as they heat up.
The forwards getting straight involved there. Very brave of Luca Migno getting involved like that with the forwards. Fair play to him.
Yeah, it's important though that both sets of players do keep their heads because we're 15 minutes in. There hasn't necessarily been too much controversy. The referees handled things well. In a varsity game, you can lose your heads over nothing, and they've just got to make sure that they win this game, and that goes for both sets of teams. And
the ref is having a word here. Hopefully no cards to ruin the flow of the game, but I'm sure he'll be having a proper word with both captains now.
Yeah, the ref knows what it means to both sets of supporters, both teams. He's just going to try and calm things down because if this bubble's over this early on, who knows where we could be in the second half.
It looks as if the Bath captain wasn't happy there. George Cave giving the ref an earful as Morgan Nelson demands that his players calm down a little bit now. Roger Evans then picking up the ball, trying to get things under more calm and usual circumstances.
Yeah, the thing is, as we say, I don't think, I think a neutral would agree that the Cardiff Met are favourites for this game, and that's the thing. If Bath come here and make it an aggressive game, make it difficult, make it physical, it's a leveller.
He doesn't quite find touch there as the ball is rocketed back into Met's half. Jack Sylvester, can he repeat what he did in the first minute? Absolutely not. Crunched by Bath, number 7. And they win a penalty. They enjoy that one. The captain, George Cave, turns the ball over.
Yeah, the Bath supporters have nestled their way just next to the Ultras, as you can see there. Bath on the right, Met on the left, both in good voice.
And the ball is punted fantastically well into touch.
Yeah, really nice kick.
They've got some great territory here. They can set up a good foundation to attack from here as the forwards for Bath. They collect, they discuss what can they do from this position here then.
Yeah, as we said, set pieces are going to be important for Bath. And in a position like this, if they can make it work, it might end up being the case that it is level as we approach the 20th minute mark.
20 minutes gone here then in this tasty clash as Bath keep hold of the ball. They're trying to set up a moving maul. It's successful at the moment. They're charging on as the maul has collapsed.
It was a good take at the line out from Bath.
They keep hold of the ball as they use their forwards well here. Cam Keys taking it into contact. The captain, George Cave, as well. They're trying to turn the heat up. It's popped out into War Boys, normally safe in there, and we see a little attempt there from Oliver Andrews at some football.
Yeah, Andrews' ankles have ended up in the gantry, but look, again, as we said, any mistake, Cardiff Met are going to pounce on it, and he does so there.
Not his finest moment. Let's have a look. And he's missed it.
He's unlucky with the kick, but the idea was there.
He's been done dirty by the replay team here.
I can hear them chuckling in my ear, but the point remains that if Bath make any kind of mistake in any area on the pitch today, you can see the Cardiff Met have clearly worked on pouncing on that.
Another scrum here now then for Bath. They'll be hoping to set up going forward here. It's a good position. They might be able to take some points from this position now. It's a good scrum. Bailey Telf has it under his feet. Oh, the ref calls for a reset. It's nice to see Cardiff Met supporting a good cause this week. If you have a look at the socks, you see they are odd socks. This is for the anti-bullying week, and we fully support that. It's brilliant that the boys are getting behind a good cause.
Yeah, you know all these boys will be right behind the cause such as that. Such a strong, tightly knit group of boys supporting each other. They'll be all for that and spreading the message across the university as well.
To be fair, the boys are a proper brotherhood here, and they all get on board with everything that the club wants to do. It's not just these boys on the pitch, it's everyone in the stands, all the ultras, they all get involved. There's a proper communal feeling here, isn't it?
Yeah, Kincoid campus is a community, and like you say, we're all behind each other, and the Cardiff Met boys showing it today.
As Bath keep hold of the ball from this scrum. The ball was under the feet of Harry Breeze there for a while as he tried to offload it as well. Bath with the ball again. And he's dropped it. Cardiff Met have nicked it here. Oh no, and the ref has given a penalty for diving over the ruck. This game is frantic, isn't it?
Yeah, the discipline has slipped, and it coincides with I hate to say it, but it coincides with the Bath fans turning up. They've definitely added a different dynamic and a feel in this stadium tonight.
They have. It's a proper rivalry tonight, isn't it? We haven't had this feeling before. We've had opposition from Durham come down, Loughborough, Leeds, quite far. You wouldn't expect those fans to turn up. Cardiff Mets boys, they went down to Exeter, so I'm sure with these closer clashes, there'll be plenty of fans going at home and away.
That's the thing. The Cardiff clash, Cardiff derby, obviously that was a similar kind of game, but the two sets of fans are separated by an entire pitch. As
the ball has been punted towards our heads here in the gazebo, 3 points for Bath, they'll be happy with that. The fans are making some serious noise as they are within 4 points.
Yeah, as we said, the teams are getting closer now. Bath have switched on, and it'll be nice for the fans.
Yeah, the Bath is heating up.
You're killing me, man. It's got to stop. But this game can carry on the way it is. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Bath have the ball then here in their own half. Cardiff Met holding him up here. Some good work there from Morgan Nelson and Barney Langton. Met will be looking to charge this box kick down.
Very finally. Carry on like that. You can see now the Bath boys are steaming. The temperature's definitely dropped.
The ball is out here with some of the backs. They fumbled it forward. Bailey Telfer on that like a rash. And Oliver Andrews on it, using his hands this time rather than his feet. Wilrig out to Roderick Evans. Can he show some magic? Denty into contact. Great hit there from Alfie Garside.
There it was yet again. Any mistake they make, the Cardiff Met boys are right on top of it.
Ryland's rucking over. Ali Stacey, a pick and go. Oh, that was some brilliant handoff there. But he was stopped eventually as the ball was pinched from his hands. Back for a knock-on then here, and a scrum for Cardiff Met in the middle of the pitch.
But look how things have changed. A minute ago, Bath had the ball. They were looking good, trying to come out of it. Next thing you know, Cardiff Met pinch it. They're on the attack, and as we see the replay here,
very close to getting through
yeah,
there, wasn't
not for that tackle. Bradley Denty is away on that wing, and it all came from that interception.
Alfie Garside with a couple of big challenges there and good tackles to stop Cardiff Met in their tracks. A very good player. He's got some good pace as well, to be fair. Alfie Garside, he's had a good season as well.
Yeah, 4 tries so far this season, as you said, great player, and an important one for Bath, and you know, in the last couple of phases, as he's shown that there.
We see there Di Watts in the middle of these boys, a former prop himself. He's the S&C coach for Cardiff Met. I'm sure I saw you talking to him actually earlier, Rob. Did he have much to say about what the boys have been doing this week?
Yeah, he obviously relishes having the boys for 9 days rather than just the 7. He said he can, you know, sort out his plan and sort of change things up. And yeah, it's been an intensive S&C kind of week for them boys. It's not a rest. It is a chance for them to focus on the little things and their general game as well.
I'm sure this week off as well, as we mentioned, the injuries has given time for other players to get back fit. You see some of the subs warming up in front of us. It's nice to see them keeping sharp, keeping ready in case they need to come on early.
Yeah, the man bun taking lunges in front of us belongs to Joe Locke, and he was a player who came off the bench last week and really impressed me. As we said, there's a lot of rotation in this team, so for someone to come off the bench and stand out as the star player, he's got to be happy with his performance, and he'll be hoping to get on later on in the game.
Yeah, he was sensational last week. As Met have a penalty, Ali Stacey, no messing about, takes it early. The ref brings it back.
In all seriousness, the steam coming off the scrums and all the ruck so far today, it's a strange one because it doesn't feel too cold. No. Those boys are really working hard, and you can see the steam coming from everyone's mouth.
The intensity is there. It looks as if they've got steam coming out of their ears, but it's just the hard work they're putting in.
Yes, but the thing with this game, it has been a quick start. A lot of the time this season, we've seen perhaps a slow start from one set of players. Maybe in some cases a slow start from both. And I think a lot of the time we see the coaches working hard at half-time to try and bring the players out and start better. But they can't complain today from either sets of players.
Roderick Evans then, he's got a kick here. We've got a great angle of it from our hut, from the gazebo. He lines up, he eyes the posts, and he strikes. Another successful kick from Roderick Evans as we see the fans celebrate those 3 points and start singing again. They enjoy that. They've got a 7-point lead as they chant. Bradley Roderick Evans, he's one of our own. 10-3 to Cardiff Met here at the King Code Coliseum.
Yeah, when Bradley puts it on the tee, there's never much doubt that he's going to miss.
2 from 2 so far.
Never much doubt that he's going to score, actually, isn't it? He's definitely going to score from the tee.
He's definitely going to score.
We'll get it the right way around. But yeah, he'll be happy, again, adding to his total points, and he is pulling away in that leaderboard of top BUCS scorer for this season.
the only point scorer tonight for Cardiff Met so far. He's added another 10 to his tally on top of his 84 that he's got so far this season. Cardiff Met punted the ball into Bath's half as they ruck over, and Oliver Andrews has been absolutely demolished there by, wow.
Looks like he's picked up a little injury there as well. That was a big dump tackle.
I'll be honest, I think if there was some TMO in this game, that would be close to a card. It was over the horizontal for sure.
Yeah, really tough one to take there.
I can't believe the ref didn't see that. I'm sure it was over the horizontal line.
The thing is, it came from, as we said, this Cardiff ethos of hopping on every mistake, but I think we are going to see a replay here.
There's some good counter-rucking from Met initially, and now Ollie, that is a crunch, isn't it, to say the least?
Yeah, the ball is there, and he does come down on that shoulder very heavily. A man of his stature, strong in the tackle, but
an absolute unit of a man getting thrown about. It shows the physicality of this league.
As you said, if there was the luxury of TMO in BUCS Super Rugby,
as we see it again,
caution will be questioned.
The legs do go above the horizontal. Oh, right on his back.
Yeah, big tackle.
If we had TMO, I think it would be pushing a yellow, but I don't think it would be quite a red. Hopefully he's okay and he's able to continue. He's on his feet. He's getting ready to go into the scrum. Wow.
Fortunately, he is okay. You can see him there, the number 3 standing up. Takes it like a champ. Yeah, I think I agree with you there. You know, it's in the moment. It was a kind of unique circumstances. The ball presented himself, and he went for it. I just don't think he quite expected the challenge to come in from a standing start.
Yes.
Quite as heavy as it did.
Well, a fantastic turnaround to get back up and going as well. Fair play to him, joining Cowell and Nelson as the front row is there.
Yeah, you can see the tight angle there, the steam coming off all the boys. They're working hard tonight. Bath are no pushovers.
The ref has a chat here then with George Cave about what's going on in the game now.
Yeah, in all fairness, the players didn't object too much with the ref's decision. I think, you know, the tackle had to be made. There was no option but to go in hard, especially on a man such as Oliver Andrews.
It's been a very scrum-heavy game, really, so far, hasn't it? There's been quite a few stoppages, a few spilled balls forward. Do you think that's due to the wet surface?
Yeah, like you said, there's been a few set pieces, but no one's really stamped their authority on a dominant position within those set pieces. It's kind of been chopping and changing the whole way through in the opening half an hour.
It's 10-3 here for Cardiff Met at Kincoid campus as we set for a scrum. There's been a little change for Cardiff Met as well. Ali Stacey has gone off and Rory Morgan comes on after impressing on the weekend. It's a quick turnaround from the weekend team to tonight, but Bath, they're getting the ball out here.
Yeah, interesting to see Ali Stacey come off, but like you say, Morgan will take the pitch and then hopefully take well.
Charles Rylands with another tackle there. Met it all over the ball, and it's been turned over. Who's at the bottom of there? Is it Roderick Evans? No, Matty Marley.
Yeah, a little bit of holding on there, and the Cardiff Met are going to come away with possession. They'll love that, right in front of their fans.
It was a dangerous position as well, just about to enter the 22. That is a dangerous position to set some sort of move and some sort of set play they practice in training, but no, Met stopped that in some force as the ball has split open the fans. Bath and Met separate.
Yeah, Cardiff Met so far have done a really good job of stifling that Bath attack early on. They haven't let it progress through too many phases. They've either jumped on the mistake or, like you say, turned over possession.
It's a good line out from Cardiff Met as Will Rigg takes the ball straight into contact. He's a strong runner. Ivanisevic with a big handoff there. Can he go through the gap? He stopped in his tracks. Morgan then. It's out against Roderick Evans trying to pull the strings. Will Rigg, quick ball out. To Roma Zheng. Can he go all the way? He is through. He's in the corner. And Roma Zheng again with another try this week. Cardiff Met go 15-3. What a player. He's bounced one off. He's handed one in his face. And he's over the line. Brilliant.
He's a dangerous man in that position. Like you say, we saw it last time. Second try of his game First one of this game. Wow, what a player on that wing.
Wow, he is dangerous. He might be small, he might be a winger, but he is super strong. Look at him go there. 2 players left in the dust. And then Bath number 21, George Wooten, couldn't stop him, didn't have the pace, as Romajang turned on the gas to get over the line.
Such a powerful runner, like you say, bounced a couple of tackles there, and he had an open run last time for his first try. That time he had 2 or 3 bodies in the way, and he bounced them like they weren't even there. It's fantastic to see, and great player for Cardiff Met.
Right in front of the Bath fans as well. I'm sure they'll be bitter about that. But fantastic from Romajang. He does cause embarrassment for defenders weekly here at Kincoid.
Yeah, a little bit of a high-pressure kick for Bradley in front of those Bath fans now.
I'm sure they'll be giving him some stick there. Looks like they're keeping
quiet.
quiet.
Yeah, they're paying him a little bit of respect.
It's very respectful there, but it's been absolutely walloped over the posts. Roderick Evans again, 3 from 3 tonight.
Yeah, the intimidation tactic leader in that Bath crowd need to work out what they're going to do to put him off, because not much can stop him tonight. Adding to that tally once more.
I'm sure that hurts the fans to see a try by Zeng go right in front of them, and then the 2 points extras from Roderick Evans.
Yeah, it's not very often they leave those extra 2 points on the pitch. They do pick up that conversion more often than not.
Roderick Evans has been in sensational kicking form recently as well, and his boot is gigantic. We know he can kick from anywhere, as Bath have the ball in their own 22. The star man from last week, George Warboys, can't do much there, as Met and all over the Bath players. Wow. Patel's on the floor. He's gutted. He's been absolutely shoved out the way there, and Cardiff Met carry them over the line.
As I said earlier, the thing is, if you make it a physical game on and off the ball, you can really level the playing field. But Cardiff Met are a team that love that kind of thing. We've seen it week in, week out from the boys. They love it when it gets tasty.
We see that nastiness this week for almost the first time. This has there's a proper bite to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Since the Cardiff clash, it's been, well, the thing is, Cardiff Met are an aggressive team, there's no doubt about it, and I think Bath have been taken by surprise here.
As the maul has been set up from the line out, Morgan Nelson has the ball, but Morgan's trying to get it out. As Cardiff Met keep going forward. Bailey Telfer here, he's dashing for the line, but he's stopped in his tracks. I think he slipped slightly there. Langdon there, pick and go. The forwards here are driving forward. It's a magnificent run there from Ollie Andrews and Rylands now. He can't get over the line. Joe Cowell. Oh, they're so close here. Only a couple of inches. Is Nelson over? Oh, the ref.
He's having a look.
He's having a look. He's not too sure. He's keeping us waiting here on the other side of the pitch. What's he going to say?
No, it's brilliant phases, regardless of whether the try is given or not.
Helder.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
He's gone back for a penalty as Cardiff Met look to take it quickly.
No, the ref says calm down.
Chill out, boys.
Yeah, look, we see here on the replay, the phases from Cardiff Met are relentless.
Referee, you can come over here and look at our monitor if you fancy, but that is a try.
Yeah, the luxury of TMO may be going to miss tonight, but it does, yeah, like I say, the luxury of TMO is missing, but that ball looked down to me on the replay, and you guys at home can see and make up your own minds. Unfortunately, the ref is going off his first time of viewing it, and I think, like you say, if he did pop over here and have a little look, he might change that decision.
To be fair, it is difficult for the officials. You know, it's a tough game. It's a lot of, you know, picking and going. A lot of men, you know, congested in one area. It's hard for the ref to see there.
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot of bodies in the way. The ref, in all fairness, he's done a brilliant job of keeping a lid on this game. As we said really early on, things were starting to heat up and they were getting a bit, you know, bit feisty. Pulls the captains aside and says, look boys, we've got a game to play here, carry on, and he's done a good job because since then the game has flowed a little bit better.
It has flowed a bit better, and I think Cardiff Met have also gone up another gear. They've kind of silenced Bath, really. Bath haven't been able to do much with Cardiff Met, you know, pouncing on every ball, every loose ball, they're getting onto it. Yeah,
just before the game we spoke with Dave Rogers, obviously the man, the voice of BUCS, and he was saying that without Warboys being involved in the game, Bath don't have too much in terms of attack. It's taken quickly.
Roderick Evans, is he over? He's over the line, but what's the referee saying? Is he saying come back? He is. He did touch his foot. The referee has had a stinker in the last 2 minutes.
Maybe a little bit harsh, but he did tap and go, and it was very effective. And the ref says no.
As the ball has gone out for a line out, I apologise to the referee's family there. That was a bit harsh.
See, this is the thing. They've been so switched on to that. The Cardiff Met boys haven't missed an opportunity once today. Any mistake Bath have made, any chance they can catch them off guard, they've taken it.
But no need to worry. Morgan Nelson is here in the back of the maul. The maul is driving and he's over the line. He's back in the team. He's back with a try. He'll be absolutely buzzing with that one. He scores many. He's had 4 this season. That's his 5th. Brilliant for the captain tonight.
There's no doubt about that one. That one's over. The ref can see it. The boys can see it. Bath heads drop. It's a lovely try, and it has to be said that it's well deserved tonight.
Indeed, the 3rd try for Cardiff Met so far tonight. They'll be licking their lips at an opportunity to potentially take home a bonus point as well. It's been a good performance in the first half from Cardiff Met, hasn't it?
Really good performance. I think it was a strange start to the game, maybe not what we expected. Bath tried to make it physical, especially off the ball. Cardiff Met didn't lose their heads too much, and you have to give credit to Charles Rylands there a lot of the time, calming his boys down. And Morgan Nelson, as you said, back in the side, back amongst the tries.
That leadership group is seriously key for this team. You see the influence, the Charles Rylands, Morgan Nelson, Ewan Shenton off the pitch as well. They are key for this side. As a leader, in a different sense of the word, in the charts for the points. Roderick Evans, he goes again. The crowd likes it and the officials like it as well. Roderick Evans, 4 from 4 tonight.
Yeah, 9 days ago, we always knew he was an exceptional kicker. Started the game, perhaps not quite on form, missing a couple of kicks, which is unusual for Brad. Today, couldn't be more different. He started strong.
He shoots, he scores. Roderick Evans doesn't miss a chance as Romazeng is through. Can he take on these defenders? He goes one way, he goes the other. He's been stopped. As the ball is recycled, and it's a penalty.
Romazeng drops those shoulders so quickly. He had Bath on the ropes there.
As we see a replay as well, he almost loses it, and then straight through them.
The strength shown there by Romazeng is phenomenal. Like you say, for a winger, he bounces through that defence.
As the ball is back with Roderick Evans now then, he goes into contact. The crowd enjoy a bit of contact here tonight. They are loving every challenge. Almost Oliver Andrews getting shoved on his back again there.
He's not let that tackle slow him down one bit tonight.
Straight back up, back on the horse, and he's going again. Fair play to him. Oh, what a hit. Barney Telfer there, straight over the ball. Fortunate not to knock that on. As Bath try to get some sort of platform here with Harry Breeze taking the ball into contact. Warboys then sends it high, Denty's under it, and he's built it forward. This is a chance for Bath here, as the ball is claimed by Bath number 12, Alex Clayton. The ball is out then to Tom Williams, captain last week for Bath in their narrow defeat to Exeter. Warboys tries to create something, and it's fallen to Bath. He's gone through, tried to put him in a headlock there, I think. Barney Langton, and the ball is getting thrown out here. Again, Alex Clayton, he loves getting on the ball. It's offloaded quickly to Cave. George Wooten gets the ball out to Patel. He's smashed there by Barney Langdon. The ball is presented nicely to Wooten. The referee takes the ball back though for that high challenge from, I believe it was, Barney Langton.
Yeah, we're just going to look at a little replay here of that big hit.
Oh,
great tackle in there, as we said. Andrews not letting that tackle slow him down one bit. It was nice to see there, Warboys recognising perhaps the surface is a little bit wet, sending that ball, rocked it into the sky, comes down. Denty with a small mistake. Couldn't quite capitalise on it, but it's nice to see Bath go in the right direction for once in this game. Yeah, it's an interesting one because, as we've just seen there, Bath have been trying to create some more through the hands, but the ball being spilt forward and stuff, it's not quite coming off for them. So that, the aerial route might be the way forward to get some territory and then get up the field, because when Cardiff Met are pushing towards that Bath try line, there's not a lot they can do at the moment. As we see that try again, it's a brilliant platform. Met have been clinical from the line out this season. Yeah, Morgan Nelson really disguising where that ball is, just behind the driving maul, and ultimately pounces as soon as he sees that opening. He's worked it really well. Try scoring is something he's not unfamiliar with this season. He knew exactly what he was doing, and then he's helped his team pull away nicely.
A simple but effective move used again by Cardiff Met this week for another try for the captain, Morgan Nelson. Bath here then have a penalty. It'll be interesting to see what they do. It looks as if they've got the tee out. They do have the tee out. And George Warboys will be going towards the posts, potentially the last kick of this half. We must apologise. Our game clock doesn't stop with the referee's clock, and we have 2 minutes and a half left of this half.
Yeah, like we say, you got to always play to the referee's whistle. He's the one in charge. All in all, though, a good first half from Cardiff Met. I don't think they can complain too much. As the captain, Shenton, walks across our commentary box, he'll be happy with his team's performance so far.
He'll be very happy. The team are 24-3, pushing for that bonus point try as well. At the moment, the scoreline says it's comfortable. It's not been plain sailing, to be fair. It has been a tough game for both sides, but Cardiff Met have just been the more clinical out of both sides today.
Yeah, they've definitely had the majority of attacking chances, but that's not to say that Bath haven't competed in that midfield.
As the ball is sent towards us, Warboys successful again, 2 from 2 for him, as Bath get their tally up to 6. With a minute and a half to play before half-time.
Yeah, Bath will look to take any confidence they can from the points they do score just before half-time now. You know, going in with only 3 points on the board, it would have been difficult. If they can get the better of the closing stages of this first half now, hopefully then, from a Bath point of view, they can come out and really show what they're made of.
Bath there, safe into the high ball as he takes it out to the 22. Double movement there from the referee, and it's a penalty for Cardiff Met. It'll be interesting to see if they go for the points or try to do something creative again and use that moving maul.
Yeah, the thing is, in that area, they've had a lot of glory. Obviously, Roma Zeng's try coming from there in different circumstances. Morgan Nelson's try coming from a similar area as well. If you look back at the stats last week, they spent the majority of the time in attack, and I think today that's also the case. They've definitely been on the front foot for most of this game.
Roderick Evans has put his hand up and said, I want to add to my tally, so I'll take the tee, please. He lines it up to hopefully get an extra 3 points just before the half.
Yeah, the day's never going to come that Roderick Evans ever gives up that tee, especially if it comes towards the end of the season and he is still in the run-in for the BUCS top scorer.
At this rate, I believe he will be pushing towards the top scorer of all time in one season. I believe the stat for that is 164 as he takes aim. He's whipped it wide. Not this time.
Bit of a commentator's curse there as we
do apologise to Roderick Evans for jinxing that one. But we go into half-time, 24-6 to Cardiff Met. What a half. What a half.
Oh, it's been a brilliant half, in all fairness, from a Cardiff Met point of view. And perhaps not as bad as the scoreline suggests from a Bath point of view either. Star players, Warboys was the man we picked out, and obviously the people we've spoken to picked out. Quite quiet in this first half.
Yeah, he was quiet, to be fair, and his whole team didn't have a lot of opportunities, as we do see an individual here for Bath, unfortunately injured. We hope that he gets back very soon onto the pitch. It is Cam Keys. He's had a good half, to be honest. Looking at Met then, there's been a lot of incidents, you know, there's been fire, you know, there's been hits, there's been tries. What can Met take from this half and then improve going into the second half?
I think in the early stages, it was very clear that Bath wanted a derby day. They wanted a varsity game, and they wanted to make Met rise to it. And I think perhaps in the early stages of the game, Met maybe did buy into the varsity kind of mantra of a game, but they did well to keep their heads, and they'll look to their more experienced players to do so. Charles Rylands being one of them, the captain Morgan Nelson being another, and they did really keep their heads. And once they did calm down, perhaps once they adapted to the crowd, the away fans being there, they really did come good.
Yeah, the men's have been playing fantastically today, and they've been sensationally on form, haven't they, with everyone getting involved, you know, the forwards getting involved in that fight, you know, the scrum, the line out. It's been a very effective half for Cardiff men's. On the other hand, there's been plenty of action with the Cardiff Met women's team. One of our course mates, Caitlin Lewis, played on the weekend for the Welsh women's team, and there's plenty of other former Cardiff Met players playing for that team as well. Let's take a look at the women's rugby team this year for Cardiff Met.
Cardiff Met Women's Rugby is a very successful women's rugby programme. We've got the numbers to prove it. I think we're 10-time BUCS/BUCS champions. We currently have 2 teams with an ambition to grow to three competitive teams. So there's 15 players in the team plus the bench. Both of our teams are in the BUCS competitions. Our first team are in BUCS, or the equivalent of the Super League, and our second team are division down, so I think they're Division 1 West.
It's really, really good. I think everyone's just excited to pick up a rugby ball. Some girls have managed to kind of stick with clubs through a lot of lockdown, but a lot of us, you know, we've played around at home, but this is the first sort of time we're on a pitch. So it's excitement really. Everyone's super keen to get running around. We maybe need to, you know, we're not so keen on the actual running yet, but that'll come with S&C. So yeah, it's just, there's a really nice buzz. Everyone's really keen to be back.
The ambitions, I think, for the upcoming season, for me, I want to take control of the programme and get a full season in. I want to make sure that, you know, the structures are in place so that actually we are, you know, become the most successful women's rugby university team again. I think, you know, we've got the potential to do that, and that's the ambition for the club. I also want to make sure that, you know, we're getting the recruits in, so we're even starting recruitment for the following season already, because we are sort of like, you know, cooking with gas now. So that's the ambition. The ambition is not just the performance of the upcoming season, but how we continue to grow the programme with the recruits, with the numbers that we're getting, and how we get to where we can enter a third team into the league, because that's important to us.
Brilliant. They slipped me a tenner to say that. No, we really like having the coaches. Lisa especially coming in the last few years. They've just brought a really good work ethic with them, and I think the girls are really buying into that. They're very fair. Like I said, whatever you put in, you will get that out. If you want to, they're very open for people trying new positions coming into the game, or you're coming from somewhere else to do that. And it's just a really good environment that they've built.
I think that you know, players need to come to Cardiff Met and not any other of our competition, because actually the support and the ambition we have over the upcoming seasons is immense. We are going to be a driving force for women's rugby in Wales. I'm very passionate about creating that, and I know that the university is as well. And half the time it's clubs, teams, whatever, don't have the support and the backing, but we've got it. And the ambition is to push on and create something special.
Fantastic to hear there from the women's rugby team. They're doing quite well this season so far, and they've got some brilliant talent there as well. I believe we're going to have a quick look at some of the highlights from the first half. Rob, do you want to just talk me through some of the highlights?
Yeah, really good first half. As we said, we're going to get back into play underway, but if we do get those tries, we will walk you through those.
Hopefully we get an opportunity during this second half at some point to show you them highlights from the first half.
Yeah, some wonderful tries in there.
And yeah, also highlights of the first half. I'm sure Ollie Andrews will have a couple of moments to put on his show reel as well. That missed kick as well, in there, the funniest moment of the half by far. Morgan there sending it away into Migno's hands, who's pushed back by Morgan Nelson. Great tackle there.
Yeah, these are the kind of players we want in the second half from a Bath point of view to get back into the game. Mignon, you mentioned there, good player, a little bit quiet in the first half, but definitely improved.
24-6 then here to Cardiff Met against Bath in the first moments of the second half. Bath are trying to set a plate here for them to attack. It's a handoff there, right into the face of, I think it's Joel Broadhurst, who takes it like a champ.
Yeah, Romazeng looking to rip the ball there again.
There's been a couple of changes here for Bath. We see some beautiful hair there by number 20. Both number 20s for both sides have fantastic hair. Joe Locke and Mackenzie Graham for the opponents. And also coming on is Archie Stanley in the front row, as Bath try to penetrate this Met defence. Just popped back in, almost through there for Bath with the new player, Archie Stanley. Patel pops it in to Harry Breeze. He's a great player, powerful carry as well. Another player's come on for Bath, number 19, Elliot Powell. It looks like Bath are trying to make some early changes as they almost get through there. The ball has been popped off into Carl Barrett. George Warboys is really pulling the strings here now, isn't he? Getting hands on ball.
Yeah, the changes Bath have made can come in clutch for them today. They'll be really happy, given last week they struggled to make an impact coming off the bench.
Warboys again, it's inside, it's a great line. He's almost in. Jack Sylvester's all over that, and it's been knocked forward, unfortunately. No. It's a penalty, not even a knock on. They try to take it quickly, Warboys.
Bath have got a little bit lucky there. You can't present the ball to any of the Cardiff Met players like they did just then and expect it not to be ripped from your hands. We're going to see it here. The fullback, he basically hands the ball to him. He can't be doing that if he wants to keep his team moving forward.
Indeed, the advantage was there for Bath as they go back for a penalty. They'll be hoping to add an extra 3 onto this from those Nike Mercurials of George Warboys. Interesting pair of boots there with that orange tick. He lines it up. And it's a great kick. It's an easy kick, relatively easy, but he gets the points nonetheless.
Yep, we said it at the end of the first half. A good closing stage for Bath, and a good opening couple of minutes of the second half for them as well.
It's a great start for Bath. As they say, the more the merrier with the subs. Number 22, Bevan Howells, has also come on here for Bath. They're really trying to change the game here with some fresh legs.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a staple of a lot of BUCS games where at half-time the changes are made. The coaches really do read into how they're going to win these games. And especially in this game, none of them are afraid to make the changes they need to.
Potentially, the Bath coaching staff are thinking, because we've had that week off, our players are going to be so fresh and so ready to go. They will be raring to go at half-time. As we see, Bath number 6 here, he's just gone past us again. Cam Keys in a sling. It looks like it's an arm, shoulder-ish injury. I'm not an expert in that field, but hopefully he does get better soon. Throw in here then, line out for Bath, just inside the Met half. The line out's good. The ball's out, and it's a flat pass there. Brilliant from Alex Clayton. As the ball has been looped out. Not today, says Brad Denty. As the ball is presented to Bailey Telfer. There was another scuffle there between Bingo Ivanisevic and Bath 10, George Warboys. Oh, great take there from, is it Roger? Oh, it's Bailey Telfer, fair play to him. Oh, Morgan trying to be clever there and doesn't quite work. And it's a scrum for Bath.
Yeah, I do like the little grubber he's tried there. It's nice to see a little bit of versatility in the way Cardiff Met attack. We saw in the first half a couple of dinks over the top. Learned their lesson ultimately that they weren't going to quite get in behind doing it that way, but it's nice to see them mixing it up. Obviously, anything they can do to get through that defence of Bath, they'll try.
It looks like 19, Dylan Bartlett has come on for Cardiff Met, as we see the ball getting looped in the air there by Bath, losing possession.
Yeah, loose pass, Cardiff Met, they should know by now we're going to jump upon it.
Especially this game, Cardiff Met have been onto every loose ball, haven't they?
Yeah, it's not something we've seen from them in the past necessarily. I suppose maybe the opportunities to do so weren't quite there, but every single chance tonight has been jumped upon.
It looks like the star man for Bath has gone to number 9. As they are through, they've cut through the line here with Patel. Charges straight towards Jack Sylvester. Is he in? Oh, a show and go, and can Brad Denty chop him down? He can't. What a fantastic try there from Bath and Patel in particular. He gets the ball, he charges through that hole in Cardiff Met's defence, and he turns on the afterburners to run straight through there. Bath have their first try of the game, and they're back in this one.
Yeah, the boy who's had experience playing in Sydney shows us something from the other side of the world there. Fancy feet, lovely shows and goes. Collects it nicely as we see here the replay. He struts his way through Cardiff Met. They're scrambling. Denty with a last-ditch tackle. Can't quite do enough.
My word. That is the best try we've seen here, I think. I'm sorry to say it, boys. We've seen some great ones. But Bath have come to town and absolutely rinsed Cardiff Met there.
Yeah, Patel's done really well. And like we said, those boys in the back row, they need to show us something. If any of them are going to lead by example, we in the commentary box were looking to War Boys, but if Mignon, Patel, any of those boys can show stuff like that, I'm sure Bath's confidence will fly through the roof.
Yeah, normally Patel, he does play full-back or wings, and he showed his pace there. He's got some true raw power, and those legs can absolutely pump.
Yeah, sorry.
We do apologise for that fan there. I'm sure he's had 1 or 2 pints. Time for his bedtime, I think. Time for an early bath. Hey, another one.
No, give it up. No, but like we said, if Cardiff Met aren't careful, they could see their hard work drain away early on in this second half.
As Bath now, they're looking to come back towards Met with ferocity. Number 19 is on for Cardiff Met. As mentioned, Dylan Bartlett, and he's getting straight involved. As Cardiff Met get a penalty right in front of us here, just within the 22, certainly within kicking distance for Roderick Evans.
Yeah, as we said in the end stages of that first half, Bath really started to come into the game and show what they were made of, and it's nice to see that they've maintained that little bit of momentum they managed to gather. You know, it's a difficult circumstances. The fans perhaps getting behind them, and they've really showed what they're made of in the second half so far.
Roderick Evans didn't fancy adding to his tally there, and we go for a line out. Morgan Nelson will be licking his lips here, hopefully to get over for the 6th time this season, but the ball needs to be a good one. Safe hands from Bailey Telfer there. As the ball is back with Morgan Nelson, he peels away from the maul, and he stopped just short. The forwards now, they will be pumping their legs. Joe Cowell, can he get over? Not this time. The ball is spilt away, and Bath pounce on it. They've got the ball. It's a knock on, and Bath will be hoping to clear their lines here. Patel, what is he doing?
Patel backs himself to get through any of those boys at the moment. He's high on form at the moment, especially after his try just now.
The coaches won't be happy with that, I can tell you that for free. What a mullet as well. Wow. That is strong there.
It's unfortunate for Cardiff Met that they couldn't capitalise on the position they were just in. Another good line out from Morgan Nelson. His consistency from the line has been really good this season. Yeah, unfortunately they couldn't capitalise. Bath held strong, ultimately won the ball back, and
It has been a feature of Cardiff Met's play so far this season, really. The line-out, sorry, I coughed there as I was telling you that Met are brilliant from the line-out, especially with Morgan Nelson in the team, you know, experience, and he's just a calm head to have in that pack.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of talented boys come into the team, such as Nathan Correa. They do lose a little element of attack when they do have Morgan Nelson missing from the side.
Good handoff there from Harry Breeze as the ball is recycled. George Warbies gets the ball out, but has the ball been knocked forward again from Cardiff Met? It's a stab there, away, but the ref was playing advantage. He's taking it back for the high tackle. What do you think of the first 10 minutes of this second half then, Rob? It's been interesting, hasn't it?
Yes, it's I don't want to say surprising because we know what Bath can do, but it almost is a surprise how they've come out this second half and they've been at it from kick-off. It's definitely encouraging for the fans that have come to visit, and also encouraging for the players on the pitch. They'll be aware of other scores going round. At the moment, Swansea are leading Hartpury 12-7. Cardiff losing to Durham. That's a big one for the Met boys. A little bit of confidence there, seeing their rivals falling behind. And it is still, Loughborough have taken the lead against Exeter. Now that's one these two teams will keep an eye on, especially Cardiff Met as they look to climb up the table.
Yeah, a low scoring game there, 3-0 after 27 minutes. Must be very tight in that game, you know, both them teams looking to stay close to the top of the table.
Yeah, the big dogs don't want to give up anything in this league because they know how important every point is. And the same goes for this game.
Again, a tasty contest in the ruck there as George Warboys gets the ball out. He's very creative there. He's always scanning the opposition line, trying to see if there's anywhere he can, you know, stab a little kick in there or create a break in the line.
Yeah, Cardiff Met are going to have to stay strong in defence at the moment because it does seem as though Bath are set on attacking as they look to claw back a couple of points.
Number 18 there for Bath, Archie Maggs, he's just come on as well as they absolutely rocket it up in the air. Is Zhang under it. Brilliant hands there. Jack Sylvester safe under the high ball. As Cardiff Met look to send it. Ivanisevic without his iconic scrum cap this week.
Yeah, that centre partnership has been interesting so far this game. Tueti coming in, I think when Bingo could move to 12, it was interesting to see how that centre worked, and I think it worked well for this game, keeping it tight. Will Riggs been strong in the tackle, and I think he was needed there for that first half. Bingo not quite got on the ball as much this week.
Not as much yet, but he will be hoping to get more involved as the game goes on. And another penalty for Bath. Wow, Cardiff Met, they won't be happy with this second half so far. They've given away a lot of penalties early on.
Yeah, like you say, Bingo will look to get into the game later on, as he always does. Cardiff Met would have had to have put a little bit of focus on attacking Bath's front line, especially with the difficulties and troubles they've had in recent weeks. But yeah, if Bingo can get on the ball in this second half, maybe a couple of substitutions in that area might help as well. Strong bench, strong team on the pitch. It's definitely an area of class from Cardiff Met.
There's a couple, well, we can see here a couple of boys there. They're giving a go at growing a task. You can see the Bath lads, they are struggling. They can't grow anything on their face. But there are a few of the Met boys I enjoy. Look at this man here, must be doing Movember, fantastic cause, and there's plenty of teams in Cardiff Met. Wow, that's a strong one. What do you think of that, Rob?
Yeah, there's a couple of decent ones out there. I'm not a man to speak on beards, as you can tell by my face. Movember could do with being a year long if I'm going to get anything.
Did you not fancy Movember this year, no?
Yeah, I got a little bit of a tash going.
Indeed, it's strong as well.
It's not too bad.
Been growing that since he was 12.
Try 9, mate.
Bath here are on the Cardiff Met 5-metre line. This is absolutely an area they would love to get over the line from. It's a dangerous position. Morgan Nelson is poised, ready, eagle-eyed, and they've almost fumbled that. Butterfingers there from the line out.
That's the advantage.
Warboys now then. Passing the ball out to the forwards again, going through the phases. Rylands underneath that again. As Bath pump their legs. Josh Dingley there, trying to shove himself through that line. Bath are not happy with the way Met are contesting this ruck. Another penalty for Bath. He must be having a word with Morgan Nelson here now, telling him, your boys need to watch out here. There will be a card coming.
Yeah, it's interesting because Bath have looked dangerous in the opening phases of this second half, and yet this is almost the first time they've actually been this close to Met's try line. Their try coming from very deep in their own half. It's just interesting to see that now they're actually in a difficult position for Cardiff Met to deal with, how they actually go about breaking those lines.
It's a brilliant platform here for them to show what they have on BUCS Super Rugby, as the platform is brilliant for Bath here. They've spilt it as Oliver Andrews comes out there into contact.
Yeah, as we said, that little dumb tackle in the first half hasn't phased him. He's been strong. We spoke to the coach before. He's always full of praise for all those front row boys, but particularly Oliver Andrews coming into the side. The coach can't speak highly enough of his quality.
And as well here on campus, there's going to be a new academy, the Front Row Academy. It's been set up, to promote for more players to come to Cardiff Met to be a front rower. It's a great project to be involved in, isn't it, Rob?
Yeah, it's a really exciting prospect. As we said, there's plenty of quality for Cardiff Met in that front row, but they don't want to be running out of that quality anytime soon, and it's a good initiative to make sure that doesn't happen.
A chance here for the front row to shine. Can they pinch the ball? Not this time. Whoa, boys, that is fantastic, isn't it? Wow, that is absolutely filthy from Bath. He showed it once, went to go on his own, and then he's actually given it to the winger. Wow.
That was an exceptional scrum from Bath. They put it in and got it out almost instantly. You'll see there once the replay comes up on your screens, and then it almost took Cardiff Met by surprise. They weren't sure where the ball was, and Bath capitalised ultimately on really good play from the scrum.
It took me by surprise. I couldn't believe that he's just done that. That was absolutely filthy from the Bath number 10. As Bath get within 3 points, it's a tight contest here now.
Yeah, we spoke about War Boys coming into the game and being a pinnacle part of the Bath attack. Dave Rogers mentioning that without him, Bath don't have too much going forward, or at least he is a big part of what they do have in that attacking position.
It's a proper varsity match here tonight. The rivalry is brutal. The challenges are brutal. The tries are brilliant as well. It's 24-23 to Cardiff Met here at Kincoid campus after 57 minutes.
Yeah, and just like that, the visitors are within a point of Cardiff Met, and it's hard to say they don't deserve it. They've really come out a different side the second half. I'm impressed.
Subs here then for Cardiff Met. Matthew Scott is coming on, hopefully to make an impact in that front row. He is a key part of that, brotherhood they have there, as well as Charles Rylands coming off for the first time this season.
Yeah, the momentum has shifted, and those coaches will do their best to switch it back in Cardiff's Met favour, as it has been for the majority of this match.
Sam Brown there with an absolutely monstrous kick. Ethan Morgan, my bad, apologies to Ethan. Romazeng straight into contact. He had a big run up there. Oh, referee. It's just been knocked backwards by Cardiff Met, and it's a chance here for Bath. They are in. It's a great pass into number 11. It's Alpigas, and he's fumbled it. Wow.
That was the tackle coming in there. War Boys involved yet again. Gets that ball switched out. Bath have really switched it on. Here he goes then. War Boys with a good pass under the tackling pressure from Cardiff Met.
War Boys again involved in that. He thought he was in.
2 or 3 yards short.
I believe it's Brad Denty. That is a great recovery tackle there. Wow. Brilliant work from Cardiff Met. Lucky to get away with that one. With a game this tight as well, a try now could have been massive.
Bath are looking dangerous, and from a Cardiff Met point of view, that is not a statement they want me to be saying 59 minutes into the game.
As we see some more of the fans, he's got a shoe off.
Yeah, the crowd are enjoying themselves, but a little bit more worry stricken on the face of those boys with mullets now.
And the Bath boys are making all the noise at the moment. They are oiled up.
That's a bit cheeky.
Camera on camera. Brilliant to see people from every age coming down here to watch Cardiff Met play rugby.
Yeah, she might want to put the lens back on, because if she's a Cardiff Met supporter, the footage recorded in the last 10 minutes won't be favourable, because Bath are here and they're ready to compete. 24-23, 60 minutes on the clock, Griff. Right now there's only one way the game's going to go.
The footage from that camera, you know, you could say you put it down the plug. Was that too much?
You're never going to get a seal of approval from me, but that might.
As there's a penalty here for Bath. They are ecstatic with this, aren't they? Bath have really turned up in this second half.
Met are going to see all their hard work go down the drain if they carry on like this. Two can play at that game.
That was slightly better than mine.
Yeah, you're doing the highlights, you'll cut it out.
Bath now then, they've gone for touch. They've got a line out here. It's a very important moment in this second half.
Yeah, in all seriousness now though, Bath are in a very dangerous position. A couple of the boys have come into the game. The number 10 War Boys in particular.
What a steal there from Cardiff Met. And the referee says it's good. Brilliant work there from Cardiff Met to save themselves and keep the lead for now.
Very important win.
The ball has been knuckled down. It's a loose pass. Is Cardiff Met in here? Roma Zeng picks it up. It's a scrappy game here at Kincoid campus, with Morgan now jabbing it in behind. The other Morgan, Ethan Morgan there, has been taken out off the ball. Joe Locke again there this week. Solid hit, and he's all over that ball. And he's won a penalty. Joe Locke, wow.
Joe Locke, man. Such an immense tackler. Comes off the bench. Did it last time. He's done it today. Makes such an impact.
A squeaky clean jackal there from Joe Locke to get the ball back for Cardiff Met on the edge of the Bath 22. Roderick Evans has the ball in hand. There's a bit of a debate here as to what they're going to do.
Yeah, we talk about Joe Locke. He had the most turnovers for Cardiff Met last time they did play here at Rugby 1. As you watch his tackle there, there's no wriggling out of that one. Get down there.
Ethan Morgan there getting nudged off the ball. Was it illegal? I'm not too sure. Do Cardiff Met care? No, they're in the 22. It's a line out. This is prime position for Cardiff Met to make an inroad. Solid line out. Bailey Telford takes it with ease. As Morgan Nelson has gone round, hoping to get hands on ball. Matty Marley, strong handoff there. Yeah, as they come towards us here.
Beautiful spin from Matt Marley there.
Rory Morgan, the scrum half now. He's demanding the troops to move about here as the ball has unfortunately been kicked out there. Oh, sloppy from Cardiff Met. As the ref award a scrum for Bath due to a knock-on.
Yeah, it got a little bit scrappy there. Unfortunately, it did break down, but as we said, no problems from Morgan Nelson at the line-out. It was just the end phases getting a little bit loose, and ultimately resulted in Cardiff losing the ball.
It has turned quite scrappy now, hasn't it? Everyone's, you know, going for every ball, every loose ball. You know, it's getting spilled out the ruck, out the scrum. Is there anything any of these teams can do, you know, to start dialing in and being more clinical and keeping the ball better?
It's funny you ask, because I think that's exactly what Bath have done. They have zoned in, started picking on those mistakes and almost forcing them to come from Cardiff Met, and it's working. They're within a point. That's not something I thought I'd be saying just before half-time.
Joe Locke on that again. Has he got it? Not this time. Bath send it away right into Roma Zeng. Into his chest, he takes it with ease. Jack Sylvester out to Bingo Ivanisevic.
There's a bit of space.
He's got space, he's got flair. Oh, strong handoff. Ivanisevic. Oh, is he going all the way? That's marvellous! What a try! Bingo Ivanisevic. Wow! He might not have a scrum cap on this week, but he is still a genius. That was absolutely brilliant. A strong handoff, a strong run, and then that vision to see Ethan Morgan on the wing and drop it into him.
You said in difficult times the man they'd look to, Bingo Ivancevic, coming alive in the late stages of the game. He's got plenty of space, but even when it's closed down, the handoffs, the dummies, keeps him going. A lovely little netball pass out to that wing.
He's put about 5 or 6 Bath players on the floor there. A strong handoff into Mignon. Then he takes on Harry Breeze. Breezes past him, mind the pun there. And then goes over the line. Wow, that was magnificent.
The South African there has taken this game by the scruff of the neck and ultimately got his team with a little bit of breathing room as we approach the 65th minute.
That's a tough one to take for Bath as well. They were just getting into the game as well.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what Cardiff Met needed to do. They needed something such as that just to put them back in front.
As Kincoid Coliseum quiets down here, is it over? The Bath players are looking. The linesmen think it's good, and it's awarded. Another 2 points for Roderick Evans to add to that sensational finish from Ethan Morgan. It had to be finished as well. We've spoken about Ivanisevic and the way he got him into that position. But that leap over the line from Ethan Morgan will make a fantastic picture to put on the wall. Fair play. What a try. Cardiff Met 31, Bath 23 here at Rugby 1.
Yeah, I just said there, that try puts Cardiff Met back in front. They were already in front, 24-23, but it was hard to remember the fact because Bath was so good in this opening couple of minutes. What do you reckon? How much time have Bath been on top in the second half?
I think they've been on top throughout the second half, to be honest. Cardiff Met hadn't scored a point until that try there in the second half. It took them 25 minutes to get a point as Bath now need to respond quickly. Mackenzie Graham taking it into contact. We see another change. John Taylor there going straight into contact with Bailey Telfer and Dylan Bartlett. Warboys trying to instigate something there. He's looking for some support. He's looking for someone to offer something. As he's there, show and go, and he's almost through, but a brilliant tackle from Morgan Nelson, and the ball has been ripped, but they keep possession. Mackenzie Graham, a show and go, and he's through now. Great tackle there from Ethan Morgan to stop him.
Very powerful run from Graham.
David versus Goliath there, the small Ethan Morgan against the gigantic Mackenzie Graham. Taylor again. Does Warboys have something to offer here? It's a strong tackle, but the ball is still with Bath. Joe Locke trying to get his hands on it. The ball has been put on the floor. Advantage to Bath here. They can experiment with this play now. Warboys has spilt it forward, and the ref has blown up instead of playing advantage there. Bath were in, I believe, but it might have been a knock-on.
Really good play from Bath there. That's exactly the response the coaches and the fans would be hoping for after conceding that try. Following their really good play prior to that, they went through the phases really nicely. A couple of nice passes. It's good to see the footwork coming up because they were a little bit rigid in that first half. We said Cardiff Met were trying some inventive kicks, inventive touches. Didn't see any of that really from Bath, but you can see it there as the pass is a little bit loose, but that's what happens. If you can try those inventive passes, if you can get a little bit creative, they've still got the ball.
Yeah, indeed, they were scrubbed up half-time by the coaches, and now they've come out sharper than ever in the second half. They've got an additional 3 points there, again from the boot of George Warboys.
Yeah, they kept the ball, got the 3 points, a little bit of creativity. Maybe could have got the try. The referee blowing up perhaps a little bit early. As long as they can keep that coming for the next couple of minutes, they'll find themselves back on top and we'll have a hell of a game on our hands.
We will indeed. Bath are now within striking distance of Cardiff Met. A converted try would be enough to get them into the lead as the ball is punted into the Bath half by Ethan Morgan. Warboys again trying to instigate something. He's always alert, trying to create every minute of this game. They try to set a platform to... Cardiff Met counter-ruck here. Can they dismantle this Bath ruck? It seems not. The referee has blown up. And it looks as if it's a scrum to Bath.
Yeah, going into these last 10 minutes then, it's looking like it's going to be close. As you said, Bath within striking distance, but that's not something Met are going to be unfamiliar with. They've had maybe one too many games that have been close going into the last couple of minutes. They learned from that Durham game. They had experience in close encounters, and from a Cardiff Met point of view, you've got to hope that'll come to fruition in the next 10.
Fantastic try there again. I'd love to see that again in a few minutes because it was sensational. I'm not sure if I can express how much I love Bingo Izvanizovic at this very moment in time.
Yeah, it's really nice to see him come into the game. As you said, the centre partnership has been mixed up over the last couple of weeks. Showing his stuff though, really showing his quality.
Joe Locke, has he got the hands on ball there? He went for a little chip ball there. Wow, he's got the hands on ball. Brilliant there from Joe Locke. He's alert all the time.
Incredible that it takes 2 or 3 men every time to take Joe Locke down. Such a strong runner.
As strong as Samson, some say. Joe Locke always ready to get the ball in hand. As Cardiff Met drive on. I can't quite make out what number that is, but Met are pressing here. Is the ball over?
No,
it looks as if it's over. Can the ref see it's over?
It's inches.
The referee again isn't too sure.
The players aren't happy, they think it's over. The ref thinks it's held up.
Yeah, Joel Broadhurst is not impressed at all, is he? As we look over to see a replay of this. Great tackling from Bath, to be fair to the boys. They are working extremely hard in defence.
Yeah, there's not many defences that would actually hold Cardiff Met out there. They are going in hard. They made the yards they needed to. It literally came down to inches. Couldn't quite get it over.
And Cardiff Met have been awarded the try. It took a while for the referee to make his decision up. I'm sure Morgan Nelson was in his ear.
I think more so the officials were in his ear. They might have seen something the ref couldn't quite. As we watched the replay then, we said Cardiff Met going in hard on that try line. From our point of view, it looked like it was over. The ref a lot closer. But as you can see from the replay, there's plenty of bodies in front of him. And perhaps the other officials had a better view.
It's hard to see there, you know, we've said before the referee, they've got a tough job, especially, you know, no TMO at this, in the BUCS Super Rugby at the moment. I'm sure potentially in the future we might see it as, you know, the standard of this league is just going ever and ever better, isn't it?
Yes, it's almost infinite. The possibilities are endless. Yeah, difficult job for the officials there. Plenty of bodies in the way. Ultimately, the try was given, and it's going to be Bradley Roderick Evans from the tee once more.
The infamous pose from Roderick Evans as he looks.
You've been reading my commentary dictionary, have you, man?
I'm sure I was the first one to use that one. It's close. Oh, it doesn't quite make it. I thought that was over. Squeaked in the corner. Just about shaving the wrong side of the post there. But not to be disheartened more than it sounds as if I am. It is 26 Bath, but Met leading with 36 going into the last few minutes.
A little bit of controversy with the try. Disappointment perhaps with the kick. Maybe put off by the magnitude of the game and how tight the score was. And perhaps some of the players were taken by surprise of how well Bath did actually play. I'm sure the coaches will have had respect for the opposition and known how hard they were going to come out. And that might be the difference as to why Cardiff Met haven't found themselves behind yet.
For those of you at home enjoying this game, as a pick and go here, Bailey Telfin to Roma Zeng. Can he repeat what he did in the first half? Oh, sidestep there, but doesn't quite get through.
Great tackle from Mignot.
Rory Morgan gets the ball out to Ethan Morgan. Dav Tuetti now is on as well, trying to get involved in the game as soon as possible. The ref has warned Bath, but he says it's okay. Controversial again, this game has been filled with controversy, but Bath have the ball. Joe Locke was trying to penetrate that ruck again, getting the ball back. But Bath continue with the ball. It's advantage Met, it's been spilt forward. Matty Marley now has gone into contact. Bath are all over the ball there. There's an injury as well, unfortunately, in the midfield. Hopefully the Met player is okay in the end. I believe It is Joel Broadhurst on the floor. We see the try again. It's good work from the forwards, you know, picking and driving every time they get the chance. It's hard to see from here if it was over. I can't tell myself.
Yeah, you can look at the players' reactions there. I think that was where the sort of upset from the Cardiff Met players when they thought it wasn't given. And we're just going to bring you the scores from the other games. Swansea are still leading in their game by 24-19. Swansea boys will be happy with that one. They've picked up a little bit of form in recent weeks, beating their rivals. Durham, another big game going on in BUCS Super Rugby, and they are still winning against Cardiff. And more importantly perhaps for these teams, a big game going on between Loughborough and Exeter, of which Loughborough are leading 15 points to 0. Almost a surprise.
Yes.
Given Exeter's form in the last few weeks.
To be fair, Exeter are missing their star man, Chris Tunza, who is with the Welsh squad at the moment. And how brilliant it is to see the first BUCS player ever to play in BUCS Super Rugby and on the international stage in one season. Magnificent. Yeah, Christ will be obviously more than overwhelmed and so happy to see that he'll set the example for these boys, that there is the pathway BUCS presents, that you can get as far as you can, as far as Christ has done in the game, and it's just the start of his career. And he got a fantastic reception as well at the Principality Stadium on the weekend when he came on to take his first cap home. I'm sure his family will be very proud. As Cardiff Met, the ball has been jabbed again. There's a lot of grubbers going on in this game, trying to get in behind potentially. Joe Locke there, combining with Rory Morgan. Yeah, the energy of this game really hasn't let up the whole way through. It's been 100 miles an hour start to finish. It has indeed. The Cardiff Met still lead going into the last couple of minutes here. It's about 5 to go on the ref's watch. Again, our score clock might not be as accurate as the ref's one, therefore we'll try and keep you posted best as possible. Scrum here then for Cardiff Met. It's nice and cold here tonight. We've both got our coats on. Wrapped up nicely. Wrapped up beautifully tonight. Could do with an extra blanket potentially, but the Met fans are not cold at all. They are chanting, they are singing, they're enjoying this potential, well, at the moment, what would be a varsity win. Yeah, the Bath fans coming down have offered a really good atmosphere here. The back and forth has been brilliant, but as always, the Ultras just showing what they're made of. Fantastic set of supporters. Joe Locke on the ball again. Ref tells him no. Stop there. Bath now are trying their best. And it's a penalty. Who's on that? Bailey Telfer. Fantastic counter-rucking there from Bailey Marshall Telfer. He's done brilliantly tonight. He's been sensational and one of the top performers in my eyes, Rob. And of course, we're coming into the last few minutes of the game. I'll give you a few minutes to think about your man of the match. I won't ask you now, but remember to have a think. Yeah, as you mentioned though, Telfer, ever since he has come into the side, he's been phenomenal for Cardiff Met. Really nice kick there also. 3 minutes to go then. Cardiff Met 36, Bath 26. Cardiff Met also have a bonus point for 4 tries. If they can get over the line here again, they will be delighted. Line out then for Met. Sutherland. A good throw there. Cardiff Met hold possession. Who's there at the back of the maul? Rory Morgan wants it. It's safe to say, oh, Cardiff Met pumping the legs here. Can they get over the line? It looks as if they can. Is he over? Of course he is. Dylan Bartlett with a brilliant try. As we see, Roma Zeng is absolutely ecstatic with that try. Cardiff Met take another 5 points again. Cardiff Met, what else can we say? What a team. He's done fantastically well to get the ball down there with the outstretched arm. Difficulty in the last strike, quite getting those final yards. But as we see here, a last lunge over the line. The referee in no doubt that it was a try. The Archers Arena is absolutely bouncing now, with Cardiff Met going up to 41 points against rivals Bath. Bath look battered, they look bruised at the moment. There's a few players. Look at her knees here right in front of us as Ethan Morgan lines up for his first kick of the season. A slightly less interesting pose here from Ethan Morgan.
Yeah, his pose for his kicking might not be as interesting, but the try he has scored today, fantastic.
And the kick is also good. Different stance, same result for Cardiff Met, getting the extras. Cardiff Met move up to 43 now, and Bath remain on 26 with a minute to go in this game.
Yeah, the scoreline now, Cardiff Met pulling away. In all fairness, Bath have put up a very good fight here. Perhaps one of the better oppositions we've really seen come. It just shows you can't look at the table too much and decide which teams you feel are the best, because every single one of those boys, from top to bottom, can offer such good attack, such good defence, and a wonderful performance.
As Bath look to be in here, it's an offload into John Taylor. Jack Sylvester there trying to rip the ball with all of his might. The ball's getting spread out here, a looping pass. Are they in? Oh, and he's just got over the line there, right in the corner. Alfie Garside adds another to his tally this season. Bath are looking to get this game underway again quickly so they can potentially steal a losing bonus point potentially. I believe it might be too late for the win, but hopefully they can get back in this game.
Yeah, as I was just saying, Bath have offered a really serious attack today. Cardiff Met, their defence is strong, we know that. Bath have unpicked it a couple of times tonight. Fortunately, Met's attack have been up to the challenge today, but like we say, Bath are no pushovers, and I think they'll be looking to push up that table the rest of the season as well.
A bit to note really to mention the man of the match after conceding, but Rob, I'll come to you now and ask you, who's been the standout performer tonight?
It's a pleasure to say that a lot of the boys out there tonight have put in a really good shift. I'm sure you could mention endless names. Roma Zeng once again performing to a top quality when the side needs him. But I'm going to have to give the man of the match to Oliver Andrews. He has been such a good player today in that front row. Bath's front row as well, you know, they struggled. It just shows how important that those positions are for Cardiff Met. He bagged his try, came back from a very, very hard tackle in that first half. And ultimately, I feel he's been the difference between these two teams today.
He has been absolutely magnificent today. He's had highs, he's had lows, he's missed the ball as well with his boot. What a game he's had, fair play to him, brilliant. As Bath now try to get back and attack once more with the clock now in the red zone. Bath need to keep ball in hand here as Joe Locke is hunting that ball with all of his might.
Yeah, Bath know it's crunch time now. You can see in the background, our clock has hit 0.
The fans are still in full voice here, both teams. The ultras for both sides are loving it, aren't they? Fair play, good atmosphere here, and in good spirit as well.
Yeah, I have to say, tonight has been one of the best atmospheres we've seen here at Rugby 1. And that's, you know, partly down to the travelling Bath fans, all fairness to them. Turned up in numbers, but nothing compared to the ultras, as always. Coming out here, giving it large, giving it their all for their team. And like I say, if I could give man of the match to the fans, I probably would, because they have dragged their team through many a difficult game this season.
It's a weekly occurrence here, isn't it, that we compliment the fans for being absolutely sensational again. They are always chanting, they are always here, even in brutal conditions like the Hartbury game. They're here, you know, in singing all 80 minutes.
Yeah, come rain or shine, they'll be there, and the boys have delivered in front of the fans today. They've given a good performance. Credit to Bath as well, coming here, difficult place to come, and they've definitely showed promising signs. Dave Rogers mentioned to me on the phone that he was speaking to the coach, and the coach had recognised that, you know, they had a difficult loss against Exeter last week. Almost similar circumstances this week. They'll be happy with their performance, not the result, but yeah, the coach will look for the positives, of which there are plenty for Bath now.
It's tough to feel as if you're making progress when you can't be adding points on that table. it might be a problem for Bath at the moment. You know, they're sat in 6th. They could be falling a little bit further behind, dependent on the result on Friday night when Leeds Beckett and Northumbria go head-to-head up at Northumbria.
Yeah, in terms of the league table, it's difficult to see that progression and improvement from Bath. Their form, not great, as I said, but if you actually watch the games, if you are there, if you look at how they've played, and in particular the scorelines, early on in the season, they were either on the end of or dishing out some crazy scorelines that you don't normally see in BUCS Super Rugby. Usually the scorelines are pretty close, and they have tightened up in recent weeks, and they've put in a good shift tonight.
To be fair, it's been an absolute tri-fest here tonight. We've seen plenty of action, plenty of sensational plays as well from both sides. It's been a great one to commentate on throughout the match, as we potentially have one more play. Was that forward? The referee doesn't see it that way, and Dav Chueti is all over that. It's a penalty for Bath.
It did look forward to me, but to Eddie, regardless of how that pass went, he wasn't letting his man get past him.
An absolute spear from Dav Chueti. The crowd loved that one.
It does just show the quality of the Cardiff Met bench, though. We mentioned how good Bath have been, but don't let it be mistaken how well Cardiff Met have performed once again. The centre partnership mixed up. They delivered bingo, a big part in the try. Tueti's come on now, played really well.
The Bath fans, no singing from there at the moment.
Yeah, it's a long way to come. Well, relatively long way to come on such a cold night. But they'll be happy what they've seen from their team. It's the result that'll be the disappointing thing. But the results will come. Yeah, the results will come if you carry on playing like this, without a doubt. Cardiff Met, one of the best teams in the league.
Of course, we would say that.
The performances are saying that.
Bath here setting up driving maul. Cardiff Met trying to steer that out. Matthew Odworth-Scott using his belly there as a platform.
Bath have done well to keep the ball coming.
The ball goes out again here. Bath are attacking. Josh Dingley there carrying the ball. Warboys is always demanding more from his players as they inch ever closer to the Cardiff Met try line.
Yeah, every point is important, and Bath will be looking for that losing bonus point. It might come in clutch for them as a lovely handoff came in there.
Bath need 4 points to get a losing bonus point here. It must be a try. 3 points isn't enough. As Warboys runs towards the injured Ivanisevic, controversial there. Ivanisevic isn't happy there, but Bath still have the ball. Has it gone forward? The ref says no again.
Yeah, sloppy pass, but they've managed to keep hold of it.
It's a brutal tackling here in the 80th minute of the game. Charles Rylands looks as if he's come back on to help his team in the last couple of minutes of this game.
Yeah, as the clock is almost certainly red now.
Bath here trying their best to get some sort of points from Cardiff Met, and his ball's been ripped. Oh! Bath hold on to the ball. Warboys get it out. They've gone for a grubber. It's a cheeky attempt and it's over the line. Wow. They've targeted Bingo Ivanisevic as he's injured there. He couldn't get back in time to get the ball, and the referee has done a favour really there for Bath. He's not called a lot of potential knock-ons, and they've got a try. It's not only a losing bonus point for Bath, but I believe it's the 4th try as well.
Look, it's a really good, it's a good passage of play. There's nothing more you can say really. The clock was dead. They knew what they had to do. Every point matters in this division. You know that. Everyone knows that, and in particular the Bath players will know that. And they've done really well to keep the ball rolling. Obviously, as soon as Met get their hands on it, they'll kick it dead. They know they've done enough to win the game. Coaches maybe perhaps a little bit disappointed, but Bath are hungry. As we said, if they carry on playing like this, the results will come. It's just a matter of time, and it just adds one more dangerous character in this never-ending scrap for first position.
It's a super important try there for Bath to try and stay ahead of, you know, the likes of Leeds, Cardiff, Northumbria, Swansea tonight with a victory against Hartbury.
The Swansea boys are on the charge. They're another team. And the latest in that game, 80th minute, 26-19 to the Swansea boys. Bath will be looking over their shoulders if they don't pick up points soon. They might find themselves slipping down the table.
Well, full time here, the referee blows up for the end of the game. It's been a fantastic game, plenty of action, plenty of tries, over 80 points in the game. I've certainly really enjoyed that one, to be honest. I'm sure you can tell in some of them clips of commentary. Rob, what do you think of that game?
Yeah, I echo exactly what you've just said there. I think Bath offered some serious competition. Perhaps even I underestimated them, and I've watched them so far this season. We were confident Cardiff Met would get the victory, perhaps not expecting it to be quite as tight, but I think Bath were good value for their 40 points. And yeah, it was important that Cardiff Met stay strong, and I think in attack they really came trumps today.
Yeah, they showed some moments of absolute magnificence there, you know, the likes of Bingo, Roma, Brad, you know, they were all contributing tonight to what was an absolutely astounding game, and as mentioned earlier, Ollie Andrews getting the man of the match, fully deserved it. Yeah, wonderful tries from both teams. Andrews picking up one for himself. I'm not going to forget Patel's try in any short space of time, because that was a wonderful try from Bath today as well. If anything, the fans who came down, they'll notice that and they'll appreciate seeing such talent on the pitch. But yeah, Oliver Andrews, special mention for me today. I think he was really strong, and coming back from a big tackle like that to grab yourself a try, and you know, 3 points was the difference in the end. Every try mattered. Spectacular, hard fought. Yeah, brilliant. And also, it must be said, Bath did give a proper scrap here today. You know, almost boiled over, you know, over the edge of the bath into a scrap, but yeah, overall it remained quite, you know, respectful almost. You know, they despite the big tackles and that, both teams recognised that they're both two very great sides. Yeah, the second half flowed a little bit better than the first did. I think in the first half, Bath, maybe the tactic was to make it a scrappy game, make it a varsity game, make it a derby. Fortunately, Met didn't buy into that idea too much. They rose to the challenge, and I think Bath recognised that wasn't the strategy. They were going to have to start playing. For number 10, of course, we mentioned before, Warboys, he stopped getting involved in those silly little scraps and started playing some rugby, and ultimately it worked for them. They did get the tries. It just, maybe they started like they finished, it could have been different. But you know, the Met boys, once again, Kincoid campus is their home, and they're just relentless. They are buzzing, aren't they? The crowd tonight. Fair play, good sportsmanship there from Cardiff Met as Bath go to applaud their fans for coming all the way from Bath to support them again this week. What a game! What a game! We mentioned earlier there was a lot of tries. Which one was your favourite? And hopefully, I'm spoilt for potentially choice. We might be able to see that one, your favourite again. Oh yeah, no. We see Danny Milton there. You know, the score line close, performance from the boys. Wow. You know, he'll be happy ultimately with the result and the performance. Bath, what can you say? You know, they'll be almost the opposite. They'll be disappointed with the result and then happy with the performance as well. It does look like a positive team spirit there. You know, we said at the start of the season it was difficult. BUCS is back, was the saying, and it was a long time coming. A little bit longer than the boys have been used to. 9 days instead of 7 this week. But the tries, wow, the boys were fresh and ready, and that is down to the conditioning of the team in those 9 days. Look at the team bond, team spirit there. It's brilliant to see Cardiff Met, everyone getting on so well. You know, the coaches, everyone getting involved as we prepare for the famous clap. The Cardiff Met Ultras love it. Brilliant scenes here at Kincoid campus. We're getting quite used to seeing the celebratory mood here. Now 4 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, unbeaten still at home. Fantastic to see that Cardiff Met are able to sustain that, you know, consistency over the past couple of months. But looking forward, Rob, there's a couple of games on the road now. Yeah. How difficult will they be? No, I was literally going to say this is a fortress, but coming up 3 games on the road, including a trip to
their rival Swansea on that third game, it's going to be a real test now, because those games away from home, like we said, they're just a different level.
Winning this means a lot to the fans. Beers are getting thrown everywhere. The free Red Bull cans are getting chucked about as well. Brilliant. As we continue to watch, the celebrations continue here at Cardiff Met. We love to see it, Rob. We love to see it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when we do go back and analyse that game, that there may be certain defensive issues that Cardiff Met will almost, I think the coaches will look at a little bit more seriously than we would, in all fairness, from our point of view. Bath's attack was just phenomenal. I do think it almost took me by surprise at how well they did actually come at these boys. We know how strong the Met defence can be, and at times Bath danced through those boys.
Also, a couple of injuries getting picked up here. It's inevitable every game now, people are getting injured. How important will it be for that squad of Cardiff Met to support each other now, you know, mentally and physically?
Yeah, like you say, it'll be massively important, and you know, it'll be nice to hear from the coaches now about how they feel that game played out.
Indeed, you mentioned that. We've got Jo pitchside, our rugby correspondent, and she's got Ian Gardner and Morgan Nelson with her. Jo.
Brilliant. Well, I'm here with Ian Gardner, head coach of the Cardiff Met team. Congrats on yet another win, a bonus point win. Cardiff Met extend their streak at home. What were your thoughts on that match tonight?
It's a bit of a cliche in it, but I suppose it was a game of two halves. If I'm honest, I think as a coaching team we were really frustrated with that, particularly the second half. I thought we were totally dominant first half, dominating the contact area, dominating the collisions, the set piece, and we looked really strong. And the half-time message was, you know, but let's make sure now we really drive on. Let's not take our foot off the throat. Let's work really hard this half, and let's really take it to them. And we had completely the opposite of that. We fell off tackles. We were indisciplined, and you know, we almost we could have potentially lost the game. We showed a bit of character to come back, but then really disappointingly we let them back in with 2 tries at the end to bring it to a 3-point game. And you know, that from our perspective, that's disappointing to concede 5 tries in any BUCS Super Rugby game.
So obviously there are disappointments there as well. We did come out with the win. So who are your standout players tonight then?
I think first half, I think there's lots of standout players. I thought Roma Zeng on the wing was outstanding first half. Brad kicked really well, and we played some really, really good rugby. But again, second half, you know, if I'm honest, I'm just really disappointed with that, and I know the coaching team are as well. But as you said, it is a 5-point win, or 5 points in the league. But you know, it is a little bit disappointing, as I say.
So next week you're away. You're playing Loughborough away. And what positives can you take and what things will you change next week going forward?
Well, the first thing is to play more like we did in the first half and not like the second half. Is the message. You know, we took our foot off the gas and almost paid the price for it. Certainly Loughborough, we know, one of the top teams in BUCS Super Rugby. We had a real challenging game out here against them earlier on in the year, and I think that it's going to be a real battle next week. I mean, I think we're going to need to raise our game in order to sort of get a result up there. So we've got a lot of work to do this week.
Well, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And now we've got Morgan Nelson, captain, coming to join us next.
Hello, Morgan. Cheers, guys.
How you doing, Rob?
Brilliant. Well, congratulations on a win. That was a tough game out there. Looked freezing as well, so steam coming off everyone. How was that game for you?
Yeah, physicality was through the roof, really. Fair play to Bath, they really brought it in that second half, and we knew what they were going to bring in the game and everything. So, yeah, just really happy to get the score with a win.
What positives can you take from that performance then?
I think you've got to look in the picture really and just say, like, I think our physicality was up there. Boys really worked hard on that in defence, especially. Obviously, we dropped off in the second half. Shows the scoreline really, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I think our set piece is quite solid at the minute. I know we constantly work on it as well with guards, so happy with that.
You had another huge crowd tonight. I think it's probably the biggest crowd we've seen so far. There's also a few Bath fans in there as well who are chanting some stuff as well. What was it like playing with that atmosphere?
Yeah, it's brilliant. The boys coming out every week. It's makes our job a lot easier. Like, we work hard for them and they help us out as well. So yeah, just all credit to them really.
So you're playing Loughborough away next week. You've played them here before and you won. So what are you going to do? What are you going to perhaps change from this week kind of going forward? What positives can you take?
I think we'll look into the videos, look at our negatives from this game and make sure we bring those positives in that game as well. I think territory we need to look at as well for this Loughborough team. Obviously they're quite a big pack, so we really want to bring it to them next week. So yeah, just looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining me and good luck for next week.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, brilliant to hear there from the captain for tonight. Rob, what are your final thoughts on tonight's game?
No, look, it was a great game. I think Cardiff Met were immense. Bath offered a lot. The results will come for them. I think if they carry on the way they are, they'll do just fine. But we're proving, Cardiff Met, that we are a force to be reckoned with in this division. And I think some of the tries tonight will send them on the road. 3 games away now. The tries will send them away nicely.
Yeah, it's a fantastic result, and there were some brilliant, performances as well. Ollie Andrews coming away with man of the match. Full time here then, 43-40 to Cardiff Met here at Kincoid. They continue their hot streak here at home, to say the least. Roma Zan continues his hot streak at home. Bingo hits the jackpot with that fantastic setup for the try, and Milton's magic train goes on another week. Thank you very much for joining us. No star.
Chips it over like he's in his back garden.
Very, very calm under the pressure. Look at the scenes there from the Cardiff Met
Touch
players.
and go, punt it out, and it's a win.
Look at them.
Cardiff Met beat Loughborough 32-30.